Alright guys, we are back right here, and hopefully it's gonna be a banger of a show. We are watching Monday Night Raw. Let's see how the show turns out to be. Hope everybody is doing well. That's right, welcome everybody, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Okay, and the show is about to kick off. No CM Punk tonight, it seems. I know that everybody's been on their edge of their seat to watch CM Punk over and over and hear more from him, but it seems like, he's not going to be on Raw this week. Instead, he's going to be on the Blue brand, and CM Punk being the big deal that he is, they don't want to make him exclusive to one brand. Instead, he's a free agent, so he can go to Raw, he can go to SmackDown as per his wish, and here we are, the show is kicking off. That's right. It's going to be an interesting night. I mean, Seth Rollins is defending his title against none other than Jey Uso. We got Sami Zayn in action with Drew McIntyre. So it could be an interesting Raw. I'm not sure if it will be, but I think it could be. There's chances that it could be an interesting Raw. I mean, I was just talking about this. We got Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso for the world title. So that's interesting, right? We've got Sami Zayn taking out, of course, Drew McIntyre. That match is kicking off the show as Drew makes his entrance at the start of it right now. Shayna Baszler is going to be taking on Nia Jax. We got Kaden Carter and Katana Chance who are going to take on the team of Tegan Nox, Natalya, and of course we've got Creed Brothers here who are going to be taking on Dirty Dominic and JD McDonough, the Judgment Day. Also, Cody Rhodes is going to take on Shinsuke Nakamura, so it could be an interesting Raw. Again, I'm not saying it will be, it could be. There's chances it's going to be a good one. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Great to see you, everybody. So let's see how the show turns out to be, of course. The main event, Cena Seth Rollins, Jey Uso. Wait a second, we just have been told that also we're going to get DIY versus Imperium tonight. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. It will take place tonight as well. Ludwig Kaiser and Winchi are going to be teaming up, so that's interesting. And they're going to take on DIY in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Anil, thank you, my brother. Welcome, hope you're doing well. That's right, true. Finally, AJ has come back. That's right. Welcome, True. Welcome. Good to see you. Sorry, guys. I was traveling last week and, couldn't be here last week. But what crazy is that in a week, I say this all the time. When I'm here, it's all peaceful and it's all calm and everything's nice, And when I'm gone, CM Punk comes back, Randy Orton comes back, all this stuff happens. Yeah, that's just me. But here we are now, Drew McIntyre with a microphone in hand. Clay, welcome. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, brother.
Where it feels like everyone's lost their mind recently. Liars, hypocrites, cowards, just plain idiots. Apparently, you can get fired, released, leave, do what you want for a bunch of time, come back to the company, and you're instantly forgiven these days.
Drew McIntyre, this guy keeps complaining. Every time he's here, he keeps complaining. Gary, welcome, my brother. Welcome. Sergey, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Lovely seeing everybody here. I know, me too, Anil. It was a good show, though. It was a good show. Andy, welcome, my brother. But I saw CM Punk's, return happening. I think we saw it from a mile away, right? So it was not a moment where I went absolutely surprised and shocked. It was like, they finally did it. That's what I thought. I saw it happening. There was a very fat chance, that CM Punk would turn up. I saw it happening despite the dirt sheets telling us otherwise. It was quite evident that was going to happen. I'm glad it happened. Let's see how this run turns out to be, though. If it's going to be good, if it's going to be not. Let's see. Andy, my brother, welcome. Hope you're doing well, Andy. Hope you're feeling better now. Great to see you. And here we are now. Sami Zayn also making his way out right here. So I was like, okay, they're starting on the show with the match, and every single time they start off a show with the match, it usually is a banger of a show. Hopefully, they are going to be wrestling here, which I'm not too sure yet because Sami Zayn has come out with his hair tied in the back, and for that reason, I've got a feeling that this could just be a promo, not a match. I don't like that. Jonathan, welcome, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. I've missed you too. We have all missed you, Jonathan. Hope you've been doing well, brother. And here we are now. Sami Zayn on the top turnbuckle with the microphone in hand.
Well, Drew, clearly you have a lot to say about everybody. I'm sure you got something to say about me. You may as well say it right to my face. Oh, yes, I do, Sammy. Last week you tried to say how alike we are. We are absolutely nothing alike. I've got something to say to you, and as usual from Drew, it's the truth. You're the one person in the world who deserved to get screwed over by the bloodline.
Drew McIntyre, such a negative guy. It's crazy. But Andy, you're right about that, brother. Alexa Bliss is now a parent, a mother. So it's beautiful. You know, it's great. Congratulations to the couple. And yeah, it's amazing that now she's a mother. It's great. Jonathan says, I'm doing well, AJ. Thank you. I'll be in London this year for over Christmas and New Year. That is fantastic, Jonathan. That's great. London's Christmas and New Year must be absolutely off the charts. That is awesome, Jonathan. I hope you have a great time there. It's great. Last year, another one of my friends went to London for the holiday season this time we were going. That's fantastic. They had a great time as well, Jonathan. That's great. Wow. Ricky, welcome, brother Ricky. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And here we are, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre still talking. I have got a feeling that this is just going to be a promo, not a match.
When I let everybody down in my big championship opportunity, you know what I did? I stayed hungry, I stayed driven, I stayed motivated, and it carried me all the way to victory in the main event of Wrestle.
Oh my god. That main event of WrestleMania was WrestleMania Night 1 and for the Tag Team Championships. Nobody remembers that, Sammy. Let's move on from that now. Jonathan says, I think Drew has had enough of how things have been. He seems frustrated. Yeah, wonder if it's, I mean, I'm pretty sure it must be all part of the script. But it also feels very real, right? Because he really has been treated not so well. And he's not the only one. You know, talk about Karrion Kross, who has been off TV for so long. Talk about guys like Braun Strowman, who've been off TV. They should all come together, make a faction, and get some tea. You know, like how back in the day we had, what was that faction's name? United Nations? Or, I don't even remember. Not United Nations. Not League of Legends. Oh my goodness. What was the name of that faction with Sheamus and Wade Barrett? League of... I cannot remember. Alright, let's see. Let me look it up right now. It was something with the League. I know that for sure. There you go. League of Nations. That's right. Yeah, make something like that, right? I mean, all the wrestlers who barely appear, make a faction, an absolutely revolting faction, and get in on here. That would be nice. I doubted Andy. He signed a new contract not that long ago. Yeah. I heard about that as well, that he signed a if not a contract, from what I can recall, at least an extension. Let's see if it says something about that. Right now. So this is the latest that is being reported on Drew McIntyre. According to multiple sources, including Wrestling Observer and Fightful Select, Drew McIntyre has yet to re-sign with WWE, so what he had signed earlier was most likely an extension, not a full-on contract, not a new deal, and his current contract is set to expire after April 2024 is what is being reported. November of 2023, so not too long ago. Last month, it was reported that his contract is set to expire in April. I don't think that has changed yet. So, who knows? I mean, if he leaves, where is he gonna go? AEW? Okay, let's see how that goes. We've got exactly, Jonathan. I love the Nexus. I've always loved the Nexus. I've always have. Thank you, True. True's always got my back. That's right. League of Nations. United Nations, League of Legends. I was quite close, I got all the words of it, but in two different, thanks, sure. Alright, Ricky says, hey Andy, no CM Punk tonight. Yep, CM Punk is going to be appearing Friday night, guys, so that's the exciting part about it. He's going to be here Friday night, indeed. Speaking of Cross, he's in that tournament, right? I believe so. Cross is a interesting guy. He did a recent interview as well, right, where he commented on his absence from TV. He will never say anything against the company. He's a very company-oriented guy, so he'll never say anything against the company. But he's an interesting chap, and hopes to be on TV soon. I hope so too. But let's see. I was talking to somebody not too long ago, and they said, AJ, they have guys like Cross and Adam Scherr, that's Braun Strowman and more in the contract, and then they don't use them on TV because they don't need them on TV, but they have them in the contract because they still get their money's worth through live shows and through other house shows and autograph signings. When all the other stars on TV are too busy to do these things, they've got guys like Cross, on these live shows, and they've got Braun Strowman on these live shows and doing autograph signings and doing appearances, meet and greets, commercials, whatnot. It allows them to do more with the stars, and it also doesn't hamper their television taping. So that's that. And also, it keeps these stars protected from going elsewhere, such as AEW. So that's the reason why they have these guys under contract. And they still get their money's worth through the live shows and whatnot. So they're not losing money by signing these stars. One way or the other, they are able to get money out of them. So they're not losing here. And we've got Jonathan says, I'd be very sad with a lot of other people if he left. Says, me too. I mean, Drew McIntyre, even though, he hasn't done anything remarkable, let's face it, in the past 2 years, right? It would be quite heartbreaking if he leaves again. It would be heartbreaking indeed. Andrew, my brother Nautic, good to see you. And he says, long time no see, hydrate, brother. Thank you, Andrew. Hope you're doing well, brother. If he's to leave, I see him joining AEW. He's already done his stint. Yeah, going to Impact. I'm not too sure about that. So, Impact made a lot of noise, right, with the TNA announcement that they were going to be called TNA once again. But I feel that is a slippery slope, right? They have to deliver on that too. It cannot be just the name change. It has to be a change in the presentation. It has to be a change in the whole feel and the look of the company. It has to be some change in the product as well. So they have to deliver on that. If they don't, people are going to lose interest from the very beginning because people will tune in, I believe, for the debut show of TNA. They have to deliver. So hopefully they will. So let's see. I hope the best for Impact Wrestling. That is for certain. Alright. And here we are, guys. We're back for the commercial break. And I've got some news over here, guys. So on Saturdays starting this week, we're going to be doing a retro watch along. So we're going to be watching a pay-per-view from the past, right? So we're going to be watching a pay-per-view, let's say from the 1990s or 2000s or 2010s, but we're going to be watching a pay-per-view from the past every Saturday, every single week, and that we're going to be starting off this week itself. So that's going to be that. I hope that you guys can join me because we're going to have some fun starting this Saturday with the retro watch-alongs. That's that. We've got Andy says, only reason why he hasn't done anything in WWE for a few years is because of the writers. Yep, that's right. That is true. That is true. And, let's see. Jonathan says TNA needs to go back to their roots. I stopped watching years ago. Absolute snooze fest. They have to. So they're going back to the roots, at least. Namesake, they are. Hopefully, in spirit, too, they will. AJ, have you seen the new GTA 6 trailer yet? Wait, it's out? Oh, wait. Wait. Jonathan, are you sure about that? I thought it was coming out December 5th. Wait, it's out. Holy crap. It came out 2 hours ago. 4.1 million views. Jonathan, you know what? I will have to wait until we go to a commercial break and I will check it out because you know what? I've got butterflies in my stomach right now. I cannot wait. I have been looking forward to it for so long. I'm a big fan. I will have to wait until the commercial break to watch the GTA 6 trailer. It should be good. Should be good. Thank you, and we'll take a look at it. I've got butterflies in my stomach. How was it? Did you guys feel satisfied or, happy after watching the trailer? Let me know. And Andy, I like that. And here we are. By the way, Drew McIntyre is leading, is dominating, a stomp straight to the forehead of Sami Zayn. Zayn down. One more time, stomp on the side of the head of Sami Zayn, and he is in trouble. McIntyre continues his assault. One more time, stomping on his ankle. Another ankle right here. Zayn is in big trouble. I thought I heard GTA 6 is not being released until 2025. There were rumors because in the case of GTA 4, if I'm not wrong, they released the trailer, but you had to wait like 2 years before the game came out. Similarly, in the case of Spider-Man, they released a teaser, right, that showed Spider-Man, it showed Miles Morales, it showed Venom, but it also had a release date of 2 years later, if I'm not wrong. So, that's why there is rumor that this could also be the case for GTA 6, which I don't think so. Because they made us wait so long, I think the game must already be prepared and will be coming out, I believe, in at least within a year from now. But I could be wrong. We'll watch the trailer and probably get to know more about it then. And here we are. Sami Zayn gets away in the corner now. Gets away from the corner. Drew goes running over to him and goes shoulder first into the ring post. Sami Zayn with a kick to the chest. Gets him down and a suplex from Zayn. I'm not sure how he's able to do all of this after all those stomps and after the assault from Drew McIntyre. We got Jonathan says, I really enjoyed but could see the release date. Wait. It's really gonna be 2025? Oh, damn it. Oh my god. Okay, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. I thought they made us wait so long. They probably are gonna release it soon. Okay, really? 2025 now? I thought that was just a rumor and wasn't gonna be true. That is crazy, Jonathan. Wow. Victor, my brother, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you, Victor. Welcome. Come on, Drew, hit him with the Claymore. And here we are, Sami Zayn going for the cover on McIntyre. McIntyre with a kick out. We've got an interesting crowd over here tonight. I feel like it's sweet. How did you guys feel about the crowd last week, Monday night? Because I watched, later on, I watched that CM Punk, promo and his entrance, and I watched some of the other action too. To me, it felt like the crowd was average, was mediocre, wasn't the best crowd ever, did not really make a lot of noise. How did you feel about last week's Monday Night Raw's crowd? To me, it was just a, I don't know, mix of casuals and, big fans, I think. It was not too loud in there. And here we are, belly to belly from McIntyre to Sami Zayn. One more time, neck breaker. McIntyre, Sami Zayn, both flat and out on the mat right now. McIntyre catching his breath. He's got to get up. And here we are, jumping straight up on his feet. What is happening here? The crowd last Monday was bored. Yeah, they made them wait until the very end for CM Punk, right? They must have been exhausted because of that. And when he came out, wasn't the best promo ever. So it's understandable. We got Jonathan says, I thought the show was overall a bit of a damn squib. Yeah, I mean, it was mostly built around CM Punk, right? So that was that. Here we are, Sami Zayn now flying to the outside. McIntyre grabs him, Wade Barrett gets out of the way. You know, the one time I really want these guys to go to a commercial break so I can watch the GTA 6 trailer, it's not happening. Tony, welcome. Hope you're doing well, Tony. Great to see you. AJ, are you going to be doing the NXT Deadline Watch Along? Yes, Ricky, I will be doing the NXT Deadline Watch Along, brother. Absolutely. Now we are on a commercial. Let's take a look at the GTA 6 trailer, which, you know, I did not even know was already out. Thank you, Jonathan. Special thanks to Jonathan. Alright, let's take a look at the GTA 6 trailer now, guys. Has Karens too, that's nice. Okay.
Is by sticking together, being a team.
Oh, the graphics are killer. Okay.
Trust.
Trust.
Yeah, that was sad. Coming 2025, guys. We gotta wait 2 years before this game's gonna come out, or at least, you know, almost a little more than a year. So that's that. But GTA 6 coming out, guys. How do you feel about it? Let me know. We've got last week crowd was bad, says Ricky. I agree with that. We've got. I also did not like what CM Punk said. That it was quite arrogant. I haven't come here to make friends. I've come here to make money, says Jonathan. You know, this guy Kevin Nash talked about it, and he said that he feels the reason why CM Punk slipped in that line was because we know CM Punk as being a pipe bomb kind of a guy who comes out and he speaks his mind, right? He has no filters. But then he comes out on Monday night and he puts together such a PG sounding promo that sounds absolutely scripted. Perhaps he felt the need to slip in that line at the very end off the microphone so that people know that he's the same CM Punk. Maybe that's why he felt the need to do so. But let's see how it all turns out to be. Of course, we know why CM Punk did not reference the whole AEW stuff. He has signed an NDA with Tony Khan. Both the parties have signed non-disclosures. They cannot talk about the incident, and that's the reality of it. GTA 6 looks 100% cinematic. It looks crazy. Some parts of that trailer I felt were like real-life footages, but no, they're all part of the game, so that's amazing. That is great. The game, it looks like it's going to be a beauty. People look like they're impressed. And it seems like the game is also set in Vice City, right? So that's amazing again. That is great. We've got HDD do a Raw Watch Along last week. I did not, Victor. I'm sorry. I was not here last week. The entire week I was traveling. So that was that. The game looks so cool. That's right. Yep, Andy. The cool game says Ricky as well. Good thing come to those who wait. You're right, Jonathan. We gotta be patient. I heard it's the fall of 20. That's crazy. Andrew, that is crazy. You know, I remember GTA 4's, well, was it GTA 4? No, GTA 5, I'm sorry. GTA 5 release. It was a midnight release. I was very new to New York at that time, like a month in, and GTA 5 was gonna get released, and I went to GameStop, pre-ordered my copy. They said that there was an event at GameStop starting at 8 p.m. or something. I said, sorry, I have college. And they're like, that's okay, you can come and pick your game later. I showed up though, straight after college. I went straight to the GameStop at Herald Square. We stood in line starting at about 10:30 at night, and there was lots of press, lots of media. I was interviewed by a few of them while standing in line for GTA 5. It was well worth it. It was a lot of fun standing over there for the midnight release. It's crazy. I've also been to a midnight release of a game that was WWE 2K14 that came out for the PS3 and stuff. It was the last game that was produced by THQ, so that was that. And there was no press, no media for that game though, but it was cool. I remember being there for that. That was the last time that I was actually in line for any games pre-order, because after that, after the PS4 came out and the Xbox One came out, everything just went digital, and you just did not feel the need to purchase a hard copy of it. So, pre-ordering, standing in line at midnight just became a thing of the past. Something that was actually a lot of fun, but, I think became a thing of the past. But here we are now. Sami Zayn looks like he's going to go for the powerbomb on Drew McIntyre. McIntyre down, shoulders down, going for the cover, but he kicks out at a 2 right there. We got Tony says PS5, Xbox One, and possibly Nintendo's next generation. I don't know about that, Tony. I mean, Nintendo seems to be making, consoles that are not even... I don't know how to say it without offending the Nintendo fans. I'm not sure. But the one thing that I don't like about Nintendo is that they don't sell consoles here. I would buy it. I would buy a Nintendo console, honestly. But they don't, for some reason, they don't sell consoles here. And the ones that are here are like, they get to the country through black market, if I'm not wrong. And they're like very, very expensive, not worth it. Yeah. But I don't feel that Nintendo even wants their consoles to be a competition to Xbox or the PlayStation. They just want their own route, entirely different route. But hopefully, their next console is going to be a surprise to me and others. Let's see. The part of the Punk's promo was directed towards Seth Rollins. Yeah, a lot of people freaked out when Seth Rollins freaked out when CM Punk showed up, and I think that we, or some of us, probably understood that was part of the plan, which it did turn out to be. Seth Rollins and CM Punk most likely entering a feud, and that reaction, that outburst at Survivor Series was a part of the plan and the part of Seth Rollins. And here we are now, a big boot to the face of McIntyre, and he takes him for a spin, going for the cover on Drew, and he kicks out one more time. Jonathan says apparently the map in GTA 6 is 3 times bigger than 5. Cars can also run oh wow, I like that. That's one thing that I've always thought would be so cool, if the cars would run out of freaking gas. That's amazing. And we also in the trailer saw there's a lot of incorporation of social media and live streams and whatnot. We are living in a world that is very influenced by social media, by shorts, TikToks, lives, and whatnot. So to have that in a GTA 6 game, it's gotta be amazing, and to have that, it's very cool. I feel like we're living in a world where 10 years can make a lot of difference in terms of the technology. 10 years ago, when GTA 5 came out, we were living in a different world when it came to technology, right? I mean, if you look at the game, you feel some parts of it are outdated, like the phone itself, like the fact you have to go to the web browser to surf the internet and whatnot. There are parts of it that do seem outdated. And looking at the GTA 6 trailer, you know that they have made those changes. The game is in line with the current technology, and it's possibly gonna be outdated in the next 10 years when GTA 7 or whatever the next installment is gonna come out, because we are living in such a fast-paced world where 10 years can make a lot of difference. As Triple H also said, that 10 years can change people, and if you haven't changed in 10 years, you've messed up somewhere. So, Triple H on CM Punk right there. And Sami Zayn, his knees given up, it seems, and Drew McIntyre taking advantage of it, takes him out from behind. Tony says last week Triple H wasn't on Raw because he was with WWE President Nick Khan over in California. Yep, we did see that. I believe Shawn Michaels was also there, right? And let's see, it could well be they release it early next year. It could be. GTA 5 came out somewhere in September, October. So it could be also in around the time for Thanksgiving. Who knows? Let's see, going for the cover on Zayn. And Zayn does not get his shoulders up. It's over. Drew pins Sami for the victory. That was a 30-minute match plus promo, so they gave Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn the first 30 minutes of the show. I'm not complaining about it. I thought that was a pretty cool opener. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Let's see. Yes, I know. McKenzie got released by the WWE. I don't get it either, brother. I mean, McKenzie was fantastic. I think we can all agree on that. She was great. I really thought that, oh fuck, this lady is gonna go straight to the main roster one day. But she got released. I don't know why, but I always found her to be fantastic, you know. And for those who don't know who Mackenzie is, guys, this is her with Mandy Rose. She was a backstage interviewer for NXT, and she did a pretty good job, you know. And also, she was married to who was she married to, guys? The NXT commentator, right? Yeah. Yes, that's that. And Kiert says, what happened tonight, brother? Hey, Kiert, welcome. We are just starting off with the show. Just started off about half an hour ago. Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn fought in a match to kick off the show, and McIntyre has just defeated McIntyre has just defeated Sami Zayn, taking up the first 30 minutes of the show. And here we are now with Shayna Baszler in the back. She is going to be taking on Nia Jax tonight, so that's going to be that. Rumor has it that Warner Brothers Discovery is the top bidder. Interesting, Tony. Interesting. For Monday Night Raw, if that happens, it's gonna be super duper interesting. Let's see. And what else do we have here? Andy says, Tony, I like that. I respect your opinion. Thank you for that, Tony. I hope Warner Brothers Discovery gets Monday Night Raw on TNT or TBS. That's gonna be quite interesting. Certainly, very interesting. We've got Andy says, Punk is getting settled to fight Stone Cold. The rumors suggest so that. Okay, so I don't remember who actually started off this rumor. Was it Sportskeeda? Was it Fightful? I think it was Fightful. But the title said that now that CM Punk is back, Stone Cold Steve Austin is being considered as a possible opponent for him. I'm not sure if the match is in the works, but if it turns out to be the case, what a match that will be, right? Stone Cold versus CM Punk. At WrestleMania 40, celebrating 4 decades of Mania. It couldn't be better. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. And, you know, what's crazier is the timing of it. WrestleMania 29 was the last WrestleMania that CM Punk was a part of, guys. And WrestleMania 30, he left abruptly right before the event, which is why they had to undergo so much changes. And Daniel Bryan wrestled not once but twice in the event, right? It was a memorable event, a memorable Mania, but also notably without CM Punk. WrestleMania 40 is going to be the first event that, you know, he's going to be hopefully a part of now that he's back with the WWE, and for him to fight Stone Cold Steve Austin, an ultimate dream match at 4 decades of WrestleMania, will be a banger of a match. Why not? It would be amazing. Who sees that match actually happening? Andy, anybody else actually sees Punk versus Steve Austin happening at Mania? Let me know. David, welcome. Claymore, and it's over. You're right, Victor. You're right about that. We got Andy says, AJ, this Wednesday, Christian versus Adam Copeland for the TNT title. Banger again. Chris says, Sky Blue has a great promo last Saturday on Cody. Really, did she? Okay, Chris, welcome. Victor says, hopefully we get CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at the Rumble, because I already got my Rumble ticket. That's a banger, Victor. I mean, you know, hopefully. I don't think that they're going to fight at Mania. So to have them fight at the Rumble will be interesting. But the thing is that, does Seth Rollins defeat CM Punk? That's the thing. Is CM Punk going to lose his first match upon returning in the WWE? I don't know. Will be interesting. Looks like Orton is targeting Reigns. Seems like it. Even during the War Games match, Orton did take a moment, you know, to look down the eyes of Jey Uso and whatnot. So seems like it. Absolutely. Do not see Austin at WrestleMania, says Andrew. Let's see. I feel like the Dirt Sheets are quite, you know, they know what they're doing with the titles, and they know what's gonna get the most clicks. So whatever they put out, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. And this could be fun. You know, I'm not saying it's gonna happen because the dirt sheets reported so. Let's see. Let's see. By the way, guys, now I know that, you know, we had some of us telling me all the time, AJ, you should turn on the subscriptions, you should turn on the memberships, and we had James always asking me about Patreon and whatnot. So, you know, over the past weekend, I finally did it. We finally have membership options available on YouTube. So if you would like, you can actually become a member. It's pretty sweet. And, you know, memberships start if you would like. It's not mandatory at all. But if you would like, memberships begin at $0.99, so like almost $1. And you get loyalty badges, so like these are the different colored badges that you get right next to your name if you are a member. Different colors indicate different times, the length and durations that you've been member for. You get custom emoji. We started with these 4 beautiful looking emojis. You got Tony Khan, you get the WWE title, you've got the CM Punk, and you've got a Triple H. So you get some interesting emojis here. We have Retro Watch Along starting this weekend, and you know, we're gonna be streaming the show on Discord, so you guys are gonna be able to watch it as we're streaming it. And there's gonna be chat on Discord too. But just for the sake of the membership, the chat on YouTube is gonna be members only. We get priority reply to comments, which you know. And shout out to new members, obviously. Exclusive Wrestling Discord memberships. The Discord server is going to be back in action. And we're going to have, you know, the new members, of course, joining the Discord community. Audio call during live stream is going to be a part of it. You get a follow from me on Instagram. Audio call during live stream. And more. So, basically, if you'd like to be a member, you can be a member. So that's that, guys. Alright, let's see, we're back from the commercial here. Andrew says, absolutely do not see Austin at WrestleMania. Chris says, Scott versus Tony Storm for the AEW Women's title this Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. That will be nice. I am going to be looking forward to it. AJ, while you were gone, a wrestler, I know, I heard about it, Andy. It's terrible, terrible news. AJ, what brand do you see Punk signing? So, he's a free agent right now. I think that's going to be the case moving forward until they figure out what to do with him exactly. But he's too hot of a commodity for them to make him exclusive to a brand right now, I feel, because both the, you know, brands. Oh my goodness, Victor, thank you. That is so sweet. Thank you, Victor. I really appreciate that love, brother. Thank you. Victor has just hit the membership button. He has just become a member, and I cannot thank you enough for the love that you've shown, Victor. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, all of you guys. I really want to thank all of you. I thank all of you every single time for, you know, supporting me, for being here. But special thanks here to Victor for becoming a member. And thank you. Thank you, Victor. And let's see, tonight's main event between Jey and Seth for the Heavyweight Championship of the World is going to be so yeet. Absolutely. But yeah, as I was saying, Punk, with CM Punk, I feel like he's too hot of a commodity for him to be exclusive to one network because Fox is going to want to have him. You know, USA is going to want to have him. I feel that if he were to become exclusive, though, he's going to be exclusive to Monday Night Raw. And the reason why is because Fox is already done with the WWE. They are moving on, or as they said in an interview, they have moved on from the WWE. So why would WWE want to give them Punk right now? You know, they would instead give Punk to USA, who they still are in business, you know, with. So let's see. You should have had that a couple of years ago. Thank you, Victor. Yeah, just, you know, I just never had that before, but Finally, thanks, Victor. Actually, even this past weekend, I wasn't the one behind it. I had somebody sit down with me. They were like, all right, AJ, you got to work on this. You have this here, and you should give more you know, options to the people. So that's why we have memberships now. Thank you, Victor, the first ever member of Wrestling News family. You have come one step ahead in our relationship. I like that. Much love to you. Once again, here we are, Jey Uso talking about the big match that he's going to have tonight, the big opportunity, a world title match for Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins. Say what you want about Seth Rollins and his title reign. You gotta give it to him. He's a fighting champion, unlike Roman Reigns, who we barely see. The guy barely defends on pay-per-views too, but Seth Rollins not only defending on pay-per-views, but also the regular weekly shows. And now we are here with Jackie Redmond. Let's see what she has to say.
I'm hoping he might be able to give us an update on his
Much love, Victor. Thank you. Oh my goodness, wait a second. Drew McIntyre taking out Sami Zayn was actually being held by a physiotherapist, I'm assuming, in the back, before Drew McIntyre comes out and starts ambushing him right here. I'm not seeing membership buttons, says Andrew. I'm sorry about that, brother Andrew. If you go to the channel, you should see a membership button, or the button should say join. So if you click join, you should be a member. So that's that. Thank you for the love, guys. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Victor. One more time, a stomp straight to the ankle of Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn in pain. And Drew is a bully. You know it, Tony. You know it. He indeed is a bully. What can I say? Poor Sami. I feel badly for him. But what about Kevin Owens, guys? I mean, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, they got split. I'm glad they did, because I feel like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is the same dynamic as, I would probably say, and I'm not going to say DIY, because without each other, DIY is lost. So maybe together they are something. They are still relevant. But Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, possibly the same dynamic as Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. They were cool when they were together, but I feel they were just helping each other sink, and go down the drain. But, when they split up, Shinsuke Nakamura started to shine, whereas Rick Boogs, now he's no longer with the company, so we know how that went. And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, even though it's cool to see them together once in a while, I don't think they should be together, paired up in a program, because I think they get too comfortable, and it just gets too easy. Let's see. Now that they've split, I'm hoping Kevin Owens gets shot up to the world title picture. Not sure when that's going to happen. As far as Sami Zayn is concerned, I don't know what's next for him. I'm afraid it's not going to be the world title, though. Let's see. Click on... Yes, thank you, Victor. Thank you. That's right. We've got Andy says, said title reign is way better than boring Roman's so-called title reign. You're right about that, brother. Absolutely, Andy. I agree with that. Now, Roman's title reign, it was cool. Even though it was part-time, it was cool when the Bloodline stuff was going on and whatnot. But now that, even the Bloodline stuff has kind of died down, it's no longer cool. You're right about that, totally. Alright, so let's see what else do we have here. Again, I know that Kyo is injured right now. Yes, absolutely. I heard about that as well, Andy. Totally forgot about that. He did suffer an injury recently, so that sucks for him. By the way, I came across this meme recently, and I so agree with that, because we've got LA Knight, who, when he is pushed, right, people come out and they say, oh, he's too old, 41 years old, he's too old to be, pushed as a poster boy. But then you've got Randy Orton, 43 years old, you got Punk, 45 years old, and when they get pushed to the top, of course, people rejoice. But of course, Randy Orton, I wouldn't consider Randy Orton in this equation, because the guy's a legend. He's given us his entire life, his entire career, his entire adult life entertaining us. So I wouldn't compare Randy Orton to LA Knight or Punk. I have a lot of respect for Orton, but I would possibly compare Punk and LA Knight. That's for certain. Andrew says, Victor, when I do that, it comes up super sticker. I'm sorry about that, Andy. Andrew, I'm sorry. I will help you out here. So if you go to, let's say, YouTube, and you go to Wrasslinews, if you see the join button, right, you click on that, and that should help you. So just have to click on that, and that should help you. Thank you. Once again, much love, and let's see what else do we have here. Andrew, what are you, on an iPhone or what? Speaking of an iPhone, guys, it's crazy. I'll tell you what, UPS sucks. I ordered an iPhone recently, and UPS lost my package. Yeah, they lost my damn package. They lost my iPhone, and I had to get in touch with Apple, get a refund, because they lost my package. It's the second time that it's happened to me. The first time that it happened to me, it was USPS that screwed me over. This time was UPS. Yeah. As long as they can work, who cares about theirs? You're right about that, my brother. True, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And Andrew, iPhone, it should work. Maybe after the stream, Andrew, if it doesn't work now. But thank you for the love. Even the fact that you guys consider, to support me through memberships and whatnot. Thank you. I really have to say thank you. And this is exactly true. I agree. And here we are now, back for the commercial. Sami Zayn being held by the doctors. Jey Uso here for his 8.
Completely agree with you. I didn't want to see that happen to Sami, but maybe now Sami Zayn is going to learn to watch his mouth, especially around McIntyre.
Hopefully we'll get an update on Sami Zayn's condition a bit later on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, Byron Saxton. Wait, has he joined the Judgment Day as well? I like the purple. Okay. And Becky, speaking of the Judgment Day, we have not really seen, except for Drew McIntyre, we haven't seen Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, JD McDonough at all tonight. Interestingly, Nia Jax here with Becky. Every time I see Becky now, all I see is her new book. Her book comes out next year, early next year. So I'm pretty sure she's very excited about that. She wants to make it a New York Times bestseller, and I'm pretty sure it'll be. Let's see how the reviews are, though. AJ Tay Conti gave birth to her son as well. She did, Andy, she did. It's fantastic. Alexa Bliss, Tay Conti, both did recently. They both became parents, which is fantastic.
Well, once I'm done squashing Shayna, I'm all yours. Can't wait.
All right, Nia. And it seems like her music has hit. Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler is going to be happening up next. And, this is a very funny thread. Images that precede unfortunate events in the WWE. Of course, we all remember this with the Shield that we can never forget. And what is the next? Oh my goodness, I think we all remember this one as well. Triple H with the thumbs up and the thumbs down. What a moment. What a freaking moment right there. Man. This is bad. This was bad, yeah. Did you guys realize that Mike Chioda, the referee over here in the back, actually has been released by the WWE and AEW as well? He is currently a free agent. He's actually retired from wrestling altogether. He's no longer officiating. He hopes to have, maybe one day, a last match. And, we just don't know which one it's got to be. I think his last match, if I'm not wrong, was also Ric Flair's last match. That's right, the tag team match that took place last year, which was dubbed Ric Flair's last match. It was Mike who officiated, I believe, in that event. So that also was his last match. That's that. We've got, of course, this one right here. So interesting. Of course, Hulk Hogan. Oh, this is the best one. Dominic Mysterio before he turned into Dirty Dominic. Oh dear, I love this one. This was so important in WWE timeline. Had it not been for this moment, that year of WrestleMania 30 would have been a disaster. Had it not been for this moment right here in 2012, if I'm not wrong. No, 2013, yeah. Triple H raising his arm up in victory after he defeated John Cena, only for him to hit him with a pedigree. Then Randy Orton comes out with a briefcase. What a moment, guys. What a freaking moment. Oh dear. So good. So good. What a thread. I love it. And let's see what else we have here. Victor says AJ is so AJ Styles taking Chaos' place in the US tournament. Yes, it could be. I'm not certain about it. But let me find out, Victor. Anybody else knows about it? Let us know. Here comes Nyla's stunt double, aka Nia Jax. Nyla Rose's stunt double. That is funny. We get contracts to Tamela, Carmella, Alexa Bliss on their newborns. Yep, Alexa Bliss and Carmella too. You're right, Tony. All of them became mothers recently. Fantastic. The biggest accomplishment, the biggest gift in life, really, to become parents, right? Amazing. And here we are now. We got Shayna Baszler, who seems like she's in control right now. Well, Tony, at least Nia Rose is a way better performer than Nia Jax. Yeah, maybe. I don't know who's more likable, though. I certainly don't like Nia Jax. I'm not too sure about Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose. Yeah, I'm not too sure who's more likable. I can't answer that right now. We've got Dominic Reyes, Adam Cole. That's right, Tony. What a moment that was, brother. And here we are, Nia Jax. I've got to say this about her, though, right? Just looking at her, I think it's quite obvious that Nia Jax has lost a lot of weight. Like, a lot of weight, right? Big props to her. It's not easy to lose weight, but if you look at her, it's obvious that she has really been working hard. That earns our respect, I think. Definitely does. Very cool. Definitely has lost a lot of weight right there. Break her hand, Shayna, says Tony. No mercy here for Nia Jax. Speaking of no mercy, did you guys know that Cobra Kai, they were supposed to come out with the last season of it this year, but that's not happening. Apparently, it's gonna come out either mid or actually the end of 2024. So we're gonna have to wait a bit more for Cobra Kai, but at least not as long as GTA 6. Shayna Baszler, Shayna break Nia Jax's arms, Zandy. I see nobody has got any love here for Nia Jax. Nia Jax slips away and Shayna Baszler goes down hard on the apron right there. Remember Joey Styles? We all do, James. We all do. Welcome, James. Hope you're doing well. And here we are now. We've got Nia Jax on the apron. Yep. But speaking of Joey Styles, yeah, nerd. a lot of my friends, every time they looked at him, they said, "Oh, what a nerd." But I think Kevin Patrick has replaced him. Even a bigger nerd that we have now, Kevin Patrick. And well, Tony, we both said the same thing. Yep, that is right. Let's see what else do we have here. And going back here to this thread about the unfortunate events in WWE. We all remember this one. I'm pretty sure about that too. Oh dear. Definitely remember this too. That was pretty cool. I liked it. Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, Randy Orton being Randy Orton. DIY. Yeah. I wish they were still in NXT though. Tommaso Ciampa and this other guy, Johnny Gargano. They have done next to nothing on the main roster. I don't know if that's going to change. Hopefully it does, but you never know. This was possibly one of the last times I really popped at WrestleMania. This was amazing. What a moment right there. WrestleMania 32, right? 32. What a moment. Amazing. They messed up. We have to wait for Cobra Kai. Yeah, we've got to wait. I thought we wouldn't have to wait so long. That now that we're in December, but apparently we've got to wait until December 2024. So that's that. And Andy says Joey Styles is a really cool guy. It's awesome. It's great. Gary says, keep the hatred away from me. I love Nia Jax. I like that, brother. I love it. And you know what? I keep saying this time and time again. I will have to pull this up too because I posted about it too on Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, by the way, guys, make sure to do so. And Victor, now that you are a member, send me your Instagram so I can follow you back because if you guys become members, you gotta follow. And let's see what else do we have here. That's right. So, I posted about it. Let's talk about it. I think it's the reality of it. This version of Randy Orton was an absolute psycho, and hands down, the best version of Randy Orton there ever has been. Who agrees with me? This was the best version. Slim, athletic, absolutely slithering like a viper. Crazy version of him. The best version of him, hands down, I believe. Everything from his face, to his head, to his body, everything screamed Viper. It was amazing. And, he gave us some of the best moments of his career during this run as the champion. Him coming out with that title belt. Amazing. I still get goosebumps when I think about it. ECW says, Ricky, I like that. Yeah, the ECW chant. AJ, have you been watching AEW last week? I watched clips of all the wrestling shows from last week, brother. Did not watch like a full-on show. Now, did you enjoy AEW Dynamite last week, Ricky? And let's see. What do we have here? But yeah, this version of Randy Orton, it does it for me. What a time. Tony Khan NFL team Jacksonville Jaguars is playing number one spot in their division right now. Really? Wow, I'm pretty sure Tony Khan's biting his nails. Good luck to Jacksonville Jaguars. That's cool. And with that being said, we are back for the commercial break. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler is still going on. Guys, it's been close to an hour since the show has started. So close to an hour. How do you feel about the show so far? We saw Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. We saw Drew taking out Sami in the back. Now we're watching Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler. Are you impressed with the show so far? Let me know. I feel like it's been an okay show. Nothing very crazy just yet. It's been an okay show. What happened right here in new remix theme song? I know, Ricky. Apparently it was just remixed for the heck of it. So that's that. Yeah, but it's great to see Randy Orton back anyways, right? Oh my goodness, Shayna Baszler goes shoulder first one more time into the ring post. She is in trouble. Is that a new referee officiating the match? I don't know if I've seen her before, but it's cool to see her. We've got Andy says agree. Ricky, so far it's a 4 out of 10 for me, Victor says. I think I've got to agree with that rating too right now. It has been an okay show. Nothing crazy yet. But let's see. Nia Jax one more time, grabbing Shayna Baszler from her hair. I mean, we've got a lot still coming. It's got to be a busy night, of course. We've got a lot happening. Cody Rhodes is going to cut a promo, of course. Then he's going to take on Shinsuke Nakamura, so that's that. We've got this match right here with the Creed Brothers. Creed Brothers, by the way, is being received by a mixed reaction from the crowd. Some people like us, right, or most of us, we love the Creed Brothers, but there are people who don't like them at all, and they don't want them on TV. They want them back in NXT. They call them bland, or they say maybe it's their attire that's not so good that makes them feel and look like a generic wrestler. But I love the Creed Brothers. I think they are booming with talent and skills and strength. But some people, it's just not their cup of tea. Let me know, how do you feel about Creed Brothers on the main roster so far? This match, I really don't care about. I'm sorry, Natalia. This match is going on. This match is over. And, of course, the main event right here. So it's going to be a fairly busy night, I'm assuming. She's not new, sister. She's not new. Thanks for that, true. All right. Let's see. Hello, Mr. D Singh. Welcome. Make this end, says Ricky. Ricky is 3 out of 10. Ricky is not happy with the show at all tonight. I see. We've got a rebound from the ropes, a kick to Nia Jax's chest. Nia was going to go for the clothesline. Reversal or a dodge hit from Shayna Baszler before she's taken out by Nia Jax. Down on the mat right now, we got Brooklyn Joker here saying, good to see you, brother. He says, it's official. Mandy Rose is coming back to the WWE in the Royal Rumble match. She said on Instagram to watch the Rumble match. She's an interesting lady. You know, I'm pretty sure about it. If TKO would give her money, enough money, she would come back. After all, it's all about the money at the end of the day. So if they give her money, if they really want her back, she'll come back. Even though in recent interviews, Nia Jax has very clearly stated that she has no intentions of returning to the wrestling at all. And she said she'll come back when the time is right, but she's already busy, has too much on her plate right now. She says she loves giving back to the fans through the work that she's doing right now. She loves having this one-to-one interaction with the fans. So, I don't know. Let's see. It would be cool if she comes back to it. I liked her with, you know, with the stuff that she was doing with the on NXT's brand. Of course, with the ladies, it was great. So, let's see. Richie says she's not new. She just haven't been on TV in a while. She hasn't been on TV in a while, right? Thanks for that, Victor. I figured, yeah, that seeing her for the first time. Thanks. And here we are. Nia Jax takes down Shayna Baszler. We got Tony says, I like the Creed. Me too, brother. They have been fantastic. We need teams like them, skilled, talented teams like them, so that the tag team division is taken more seriously, I feel. Yeah. I'm not sure why people go after the entire singlet. I think it looks very cool on the Creed Brothers. It looks much better than them wearing, you know, a pair of, I don't know, jeans or something. I think singlet works out a lot better for those two. Ricky says, last week, crowd was dead. Creed Brothers come out, crowd was dead. And that's the thing about the crowd, right? It's quite interesting because the crowd, they want something flashy. It seems like it, at least the casual fans. They want flashy attires. They want larger-than-life characters. They want funny, goofy characters. But they also demand serious wrestlers. And when you get serious wrestlers, they complain about the wrestlers being too serious, coming out in a singlet to wrestle a match. And they complain about it. So what can you do? You could just never please everybody, I guess, at the end of the day. Their myth so far is true. Yeah, well, hopefully it's going to change. And Ivy Nile, has she done anything at all? Last week or anything? Was she featured at all on TV? Let me know. We've got Ricky says, I love the Creed Brothers. I love seeing AJ Lee coming back. It could happen, you know. After all, CM Punk not only referenced AJ Lee, but WWE's Instagram and Twitter accounts actually tagged AJ Mendes' social media handle as well after they posted that clip of CM Punk talking about AJ. I think it's pretty obvious that AJ Lee will come back for the Rumble. She will most likely be back. And here we are, Nia Jax one more time, takes out Shayna Baszler, sends her down hard, back first into the mat. Why don't Corey Graves wrestle anymore? So Corey Graves, he underwent, and actually he went through an injury while he was, an active wrestler. Unfortunately, the injury took him out for good. He couldn't continue his in-ring career at all because of that injury. Sidelined him permanently, and the doctors advised him not to compete any longer in the square circle, which is why he doesn't wrestle anymore. But the WWE was, of course, they were gracious enough. They saw the talent in Corey Graves, and they gave him a role on commentary, which he has done very well. So he has that itch of coming back and wrestling, but I don't think that he needs to. But yeah, he was a pretty cool wrestler when he wrestled. And here we are now. Nia Jax defeats Shayna Baszler. No arms were broken in this match. Jax is victorious. She hasn't done much, I see. True, thanks for that. One more time, as we take a look at Nia Jax from the side, it's very evident that the lady has been working hard and she has lost tons of weight. You can see right there. And with that being said, as the referee was raising her arm up in victory, Becky Lynch is on her way out. AJ, what's your thought on the AEW International Tournament matches? They've been some bangers. I'm always a fan of AEW's tournaments. The way that they put the tournaments together, I have always liked it. With AEW and the quality of matches, I mostly, right? I have never been disappointed with the quality of matches. With storytelling, yes, there's been times when I've been let down by AEW as well. But in terms of the quality of matches, usually not the case. That's where they have the strong point, without a doubt, Brother Victor. And here we are now, as Becky Lynch gets in the ring, Nia Jax makes her way out. So there you are. We've got Andy says, that's nice, Brooklyn, I'll be around there. What is that about? I'm going to be going to the Rumble on 27 January in Florida, says Brooklyn Jerker. I like that, brother. Yeah, I hope you have a great time. WWE needs to get rid of Otis and other clowns. Oh, CM Punk. Oh, of course, you're milking the same cow. Alright, so CM Punk's return. Andrew actually messaged me, and Andrew was like, AJ, you missed your opportunity. They showed some of these streamers on TV when CM Punk came on Raw. Yeah, it's funny. Just like I said, when I'm doing stuff or when I'm here, nothing happens. It's all cool. Otis is wrestling, and we see Akira Tozawa making a comeback. Stuff like that. When I'm gone, CM Punk comes back. They show the streamers on TV. All that happens. So it's just me, but that's okay. I think there's going to be a better place, a better time for me to be on TV, guys. That's alright. We got to be patient. Shout out to Andrew. You're awesome, my brother. Here comes the man. That's right, Tony. The man, Becky Lynch, was there. You're right, Victor. Your winner is big, sexy Nia Jax. I like that, Gary. The only one saying that right now, but I like that, Gary. I like that. That was dumb having Nia win, says Andy. AJ, Ronda Rousey is up in ROH now. Yeah, and she's been doing a good job, actually. We've seen very little of it so far, so this could change in the future. But from what we have seen, I like Ronda in ROH. I think it's better. I think she's already having a better run than she did with the WWE, so let's see. But I liked Ronda's match in ROH, that's for sure. Will Becky body slam Nia? I wish she would, but I don't think so, because Becky Lynch obviously has also lost a lot of weight. True, as we know, has lost a lot of weight. I don't know if she's going to be able to lift her off her feet. But let's see. We've got, Andy says, Bryan Danielson versus Moxley will be the final of AEW tournament. It's got to be good. It's got to be good. Yeah. That Continental Classic tournament has been good so far, sister. I agree. Home. That's right, Tony. CM Punk back home. A few years ago, though, when he made his AEW debut, CM Punk said that WWE was the place that made him sick, and if he stayed there, he would have only gotten sicker. So, of course, he did not have very good things to say about the company when he made his AEW debut, but when he made his WWE return, his words were changed 360 degree. You heard it yourself. Ricky says, last week, a Collision was way too much, so of course, CM Punk is going to be on SmackDown this Friday. SmackDown, Tribute to the Troops, which is interesting. Isn't this the first time that we're actually having a Tribute to the Troops edition of SmackDown? If I'm not wrong, I think this is the first time, because usually, earlier we've seen this, right? That Tribute to the Troops was an independent event altogether, right? mostly, sometime back in the day, telecasted, but usually not telecasted. But they are advertising this week's Friday Night SmackDown as a tribute to the Troops edition of it. So I wonder how that's going to play out. I don't expect a lot of changes in production, but let's see. We've got, Ryder says, yes, AJ, there is going to be a better time for you to be on TV when you get hired as a commentator. Thank you, Andrew, my brother. Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
See you boys out there.
Gio, tonight is really important. You better not mess this up for me, okay? No, I got it. I hope you do too.
So I wonder how this is going to play out with Vinci and Gio. When I interviewed these guys, Imperium, and I brought up the idea of possibly going after the tag team championships, very interestingly, this guy, Ludwig Kaiser, he did not seem very excited about the potential of them becoming tag team champions. He was more about a solo run. Even during the interview, it was quite obvious, not just from his words, but his facial expressions, the way they changed when I brought about the tag team championships. It just seemed to me like that was not the territory that he wanted to go down. And it seems like that is still the case, even though they're teaming up tonight. I've got a feeling the DIY is going to take them over, and they're going to defeat them. So let's see. We've got, what else do we have here? We've got last October, Tony, what is that about? Warner Brothers Discovery must have changed their minds after rejecting WWE promo with President Nick Khan last October. Well, let's see. AJ on SmackDown, Randy Orton said to Paul Heyman to tell Roman Reigns, I'm back now, daddy. So Randy versus Bloodline, one more time, renewed. I'm not totally against it. Randy Orton Roman Reigns anyways is already out of opponents, so passing some time with Randy Orton, not a bad idea. Mama's home. I like that, Tony. Randy told Paul last week, that's right, Daddy's home indeed. AJ, you see Raw going to TNT or TBS? If that happens, it's gonna be crazy. I don't know. I don't see it happening right now. I think it's too crazy for me to talk about it right now. But I don't see it happening, to be honest. But if it does, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy without a doubt. Punk also, they've been on USA for so long, so for them to leave USA for any other network, it's gonna be so crazy. Punk on SmackDown. That's right, Victor. Punk is definitely gonna be there Friday Night SmackDown. Tributes to the Troop version of it. He really is PG Punk now. You're right about that, True. I mean, it definitely seems like it. But actions, they speak louder than words. So even the words scream PG. What are the actions gonna scream? Because the WWE can put a lock on his mouth, but not his actions. So when he gets in the ring, when he gets physical, his body language and stuff, is that also gonna scream PG? We're gonna find out. Indy looks good. The one thing that absolutely Indy looks good. I gotta second that. But the one thing about Punk that I said when he got released by AEW was that he's not gonna let Tony Khan put an end to his story big career. It was too big of a thing for his ego. He wouldn't let any other man put an end to the chapter of CM Punk in pro wrestling. The time that he walked out of WWE, it was different because he did not let anybody put an end to his storybook career. He put an end to it himself, right? Turns out that was not a full stop, that was just a semicolon, but he did put a semicolon. But Tony Khan, what he did was put an end to it. CM Punk was not going to let that happen, and that's why he shook hands with the devil, and he came back to put an end to it himself. So let's see, this could be his last run. I feel this is going to be his last run in wrestling. Let's see, AJ, it's first time tributes to the Troops SmackDown. I like that. So are all the audience members going to be, Troops and the family of Troops? Is that right? Family of veterans. I wonder, because that would be pretty cool if that were the case. Oh yeah, R-Truth also came back. Yes, R-Truth also came back. Pretty cool. He's not PG Punk, he's corporate Punk, says Ricky. That's very well said. Very well said. Corporate Punk. Makes a lot of sense, brother. We've got Andy says, several years ago, Tribute to the Troops was its own event, not for SmackDown. Yes, I think we all remember when they used to, I believe, what was that place? Was it Iraq that they used to go down to? 1 second. I think it was Iraq, right? Was it Afghanistan? but they have had some very cool events in the past. And they really earned a lot of respect too from the fans and more, right? They did some very cool stuff. Look at Stone Cold Steve Austin here. This is crazy. This brings back a lot of memories, right? Looking at the faces across the ring. Crazy how none of these people are actually active anymore. Of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the legend himself. We got Rikishi right here. Of course, more wrestlers across the ring. Chris Benoit, very notably over there, clapping in the back. And nobody is active. Maybe John Cena, you can give him that, right? John Cena is partly active. He's also in the picture. But yeah, crazy. Crazy, absolutely nuts. But Tribute to the Truth was a pretty cool event back in the day. I wonder how this SmackDown is going to hold up in comparison. Let's see, last week on X, aka Twitter, trolls on Tony Khan commenting all comments with CM Punk and WWE. Yeah, I mean, again, the NDA has been signed. We all know about that, and that's why no comments are going to be made by either parties when it comes to what happened in the past or what is happening right now. I think Brock should come and feud with Punk. You know, I feel like Brock versus Gunther must happen, guys. I really feel so. I know that Gunther wants to go to the Rumble to go for the World Championship. That's what he talked about when we did the interview as well. Gunther said that he feels he's the favorite to win the Rumble. I'm not sure if he's going to be in it because he's the Intercontinental Champion after all. But one thing's for sure, he wants to be in it and he wants to win it. And he wants to go for the World Championship. So let's see what happens. I'd like for him to be in the Rumble, but who knows. I think that Gunther versus Brock is a no-brainer and it must happen. I think so. I still see CM Punk getting his title out and saying he never lost the title. Honestly, Andrew, a lot of people have talked about it. They're talking about it in social media. They're speculating that it's going to happen. And a lot of people are actually quite excited about it. But to me, I feel like I'm so done with that. Because we've seen that in the past in the WWE when CM Punk came out with his championship. And we saw that moment one more time. 1 second. We had this very iconic moment, actually, in the WWE. A moment that still gives me goosebumps. I'm pretty sure it's the same for everybody. But we had this very iconic moment in the WWE back in the day, right? Where John Cena and CM Punk both were champions, double champions. And, of course, AEW kind of replicated that in some way with his championship. When CM Punk came back, he introduced his own title. He said he was the real champion. It was cool the first time they did it in the WWE. It was cool the second time they did it in AEW. But now I'm kind of done with it, especially the way that his AEW stuff, came about and the thing went nowhere. I don't want to see it again. I feel like it's enough of recycling the same stuff. I want something new from Punk, Even PG Punk might be a breath of fresh air. Anyways, what I want is something new from Punk, myself. But I know a lot of people want to see him come out with that championship. Another problem, that could be here is that the WWE has undergone a lot of changes with the titles, right? A few times now. So when he comes out, his title is going to be a little outdated too. So let's see. Let's see though. We got CM Punk last year in WWE said something stupid, Triple H and Nick Khan, and you're right about that. Yeah. No, they're not going to take any crap. That's for sure. We've got, sorry, I got a new table from IKEA today, just finished building. That's awesome, Jonathan, congratulations. And not just on the table, but also on building it. It's not the easiest task to build an IKEA table. I've done that. I did that recently too, actually, a whole drawer. Yeah, it's quite a work. Congratulations, Jonathan. That's fantastic. AJ, it's kind of makes you wonder how much WWE is paying Punk because Impact offered him a huge deal before he signed with WWE. He's making a lot of money. And with WWE, you're like a global phenomena, right? Everybody's talking about you. With Impact, it's not really the same, right? It's not a product that is consumed across the globe. It's not the same level. Impact having CM Punk would have been incredibly huge. But again, it's not, it's not the same. We all know that. So, of course, CM Punk made the right call for himself joining the WWE. Not just for himself, his family. I'm pretty sure, as Andy mentioned earlier, I'm quite positive that AJ Lee is going to follow suit. I think so. It was Kuwait. Thanks for that, James. Kuwait it was. I see. I heard he's on about a $50K a month. Really? $50K a month, huh? Okay. I'm I'm kind of surprised. Okay. 50K a month, by the way, is a big number, without a doubt. But I thought it would be more. But of course, it's going to turn out to be more because, merchandise money and whatnot. It's going to turn out to be a lot more. Then you've got the game that's around the corner, and the game pays a lot too. So that's that. By the way, speaking of next year's game, next year we're going to be seeing the Hall of Fame ceremony, and it's being said that Bray Wyatt could be headlining the Hall of Fame next year, which is, I believe, everybody would, appreciate that. 4 decades of WrestleMania, you cannot not mention, or you cannot not pay homage to the guy who entertained us for the last 10 years and, gave his life doing what he loved. Absolutely. Wow, Bray Wyatt being inducted last year would be just the right thing to do. Next year. And here we are now, Johnny Gargano with the tag at a kick straight to the chest of Ludwig Kaiser, taking on Winchie now. Winchie in trouble. Gargano running over to Kaiser and takes him down one more time. He grabs him and sends him to the ropes. It's a rebound. Gargano running around over here. Nice dodge one more time over to Kaiser. Kaiser grabs him. Gargano takes him for a spin. Tornado, and takes him down. Victor says, AJ, what if we get all 3 Paul Heyman guys? Lesnar, Roman, and Punk with Heyman standing in the middle. Triple threat winner gets... That would be so crazy. That almost sounds like, a ladder match for the custody of Dominic Mysterio. Or almost sounds like 3 guys fighting over a girl, Victor. That is so funny. The prize turning out to be Paul Heyman is so funny, so cheesy, but I would love that. Paul Heyman being up there, that would be something. I like that, Victor. I like that a lot. But that the industry recycle everybody else stuff in a new way. You're right about that, Andrew. You're right about that, totally. Yeah. Punk screwed Tony Khan. A lot of people speculate that perhaps he did that intentionally because he wanted out of the company. It could be. He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. And with that being said, flying to the outside is Tommaso Ciampa. Flying out on Ludwig Kaiser, taking him out. DIY now, the commentator's desk. Clapping for themselves, I guess. He's got the whole world in his hands. Andy, 100%, brother. 110%. With that being said, guys, we are now on a commercial break. Yeah. Another commercial break is upon us. What else do we have here? By the way, let's talk about this real quick, right? This is the official poster that has been released right now for the Royal Rumble event that's going to take place January 27th. And some people are notably missing from this poster, including Drew McIntyre, I believe. And McIntyre is not there. Yeah, he's not there. You got, of course, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Io Sky, Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins, Rhea Ripley, Dominic. You got, of course, Damian Priest here, Finn Balor, Charlotte Flair, KO Brothers, Bianca, Cody, Becky, Asuka. That's about it. So lots of people notably missing from this poster. Some big names notably missing from this poster. I believe it was Drew McIntyre who took to social media and complained about the fact that he's not featured in the poster, and he said this is why, I'm so disappointed, or something along those lines. But also missing from this poster is the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, which nobody's talking about, right? Roman Reigns is not on this poster either, so that's that. We've got, Jonathan says, I wonder if Raw will be on Christmas Day, 25th is a Monday. It's a very interesting, question actually, Jonathan. I really think and hope that it's going to be a pre-taped show. It should not be live. Nobody should be working on such a festival, right? Nobody should be. Everybody deserves time off and family time. Nobody should be working on such a big holiday. Yeah, I really hope it's not a live show. I really hope not. Let's see. But Andy says it will be, Jonathan, unless they do best stuff. Yeah, I think with the way, they carry out these shows, I think it's going to be most likely pre-taped. But let's see. I don't look too much into these posters. Says Jonathan, I agree with that. Yeah, the posters are, for marketing, for promotional stuff. So I agree with that fully. But I've got to say, posters back in the day were so much fun. I will give you an example of it. 1 second. Where was that? I recently looked at the thread of it, actually. But yeah, they really put in work for, yesteryears posters and videos and promotional materials. They really put in a lot of work. I will pull my favorite Royal Rumble poster up in a moment. 1 second. You guys probably are familiar with it very well too. I think it was 2010 poster. Actually, I'll take my words back. I've got two favorite Royal Rumble posters. First one is this right here. One of my absolute favorite Royal Rumble posters of all times. You had all these stars lined up. It was such a good poster. It was such a good poster, guys. It was. 1 second. It's loading. Yeah, this poster right here. One of my favorites. So simple, but it just told you that the stacked roster that the WWE had back in the day. He had a very charming Cody Rhodes over here in the back. Of course, I believe Teddy Hart right there. We got Mark Henry, Rey Mysterio, Jericho, Randy Orton, the Viper Orton, Triple H, John Cena, of course, the face, Taker, Michaels, Batista, Punk, MVP, Big Show. What a stacked roster. Look at that. Even Jack Swagger. Can you believe that? So cool. So cool. Shad Gaspard, JTG. What a poster. Kane, Dolph Ziggler. One of my favorite Rumble posters of all times. But my favorite Rumble poster is this one right here. I think that all of us remember this one very well. It was the poster 2010. The one that they actually photographed in a subway train. Yeah, that's a subway train, and they photographed it right here. They really put in work for the yesteryear's events when it comes to the stage, promotional material, trailers, anything. They put in work in the past. Now it's all editing. It's all play of the thumb and the mouse. That's it. Let's see. We got Victor says, Ada, do you believe... I do, Victor. I do. I think Jade Cargill is going to make her debut at the Rumble. Because if it's not Rumble, when, right? That's the question. She should make her debut at Rumble. I do believe so, Victor. I 100% do believe so. Nobody cares Reigns is on it because he's not showing up for events. You're right, Andy. Yeah, Reigns is probably not on the Rumble poster because they're not even sure if he's going to show up for the Rumble or not. Joke match after joke match tonight. No banger. You're right about that, Andrew. There really hasn't been any banger. It's this one so far is definitely not a banger of a show. That's for certain. And here we are now. We got Tommaso Ciampa with the tag. Ludwig Kaiser, elbow strike, straight to Kaiser and Vinci. Now we're following that up with a series of chops and punches before the Imperium with a double kick to Tommaso Ciampa, sending him over to the ropes, rebounds, and he takes both of them down with the double clothesline. NFL, NBA, and other places work on Christmas. Is that right? True. Wow. And so the question that I have right now instantly in my mind, because I had no idea, brother. The question that I have in my mind is that, do fans show up for these events on Christmas Day? That's crazy. Wow. And how do you guys feel about these shows taking place on Christmas days? Let me know. Let me know, guys. I think so too, AJ. They tape Raw on Christmas Day, same as New Year Day too, says Ricky. Yeah. We all remember Day 1, the pay-per-view that they did like 2 years ago. It's not really met with a lot of, appreciation. There were fans who were upset about the fact that wrestlers had to work New Year's Day. And families of wrestlers too were not that happy, so that's that. AJ, what is your favorite Rumble poster? Brother, just like I said, the poster that they did in the train, inside the train, the Rumble 2009 poster, without a doubt, my favorite. This one also comes a second close, actually. Second. Yeah, I'm just trying to... Yeah, this one right here also comes a very second close. Pretty cool. We've seen some very cool posters in the past. But in the past, not in the present. AJ Watch Alongs are always bangers. Thank you for that, my brother Randy. You guys are the best. And here we are now. Kaiser is looking to fly, and he flies down on Gargano, who was one step ahead, and running over to the ropes now, rebounds. Kaiser gets Gargano up on his shoulders, sends him back down hard to the mat. Gargano in trouble. Kaiser with a kick to the chest. Gargano in serious trouble. Attack being made to Vinci. Gio with a springboard. Oh my god, moonsault of the top rope. Good for him. Going for the cover on Gargano, but Tommaso Ciampa comes in here, breaks the cover. Fan show up throw game 2. I see. It's just another day to me. This is true. I like that, brother. True. Okay, that's sweet. NBA on Christmas Day. You know, I mean, here we are. one more time. Beautiful moonsault. You know, I don't celebrate Christmas per se, as you guys know, but to me, I feel like it's a big festival, and you know, everybody deserves time off. That's what I feel personally, and it's a very special, you know, festival for those who celebrate it. So, you know, family time is understandable, I feel. But I remember, you know, being in New York for like holidays, for New Year's, for Christmas. It's a magical season, right? You got snow everywhere, you got like beautiful music being played everywhere. It's great. I love it. I love it. And here we are now. We got Winchy, who has Gargano up on his shoulder. Gargano trying to get around and hitting him with a DDT out of nowhere. His head bouncing on the mat. Winchy down. All four men down in the ring right now on the mat. Wow. NBA owns Christmas Day, says Rick. I see that. Okay, Ricky. All right. Cody Rhodes is still to come tonight, guys. They cannot get enough of Cody, right? They cannot. You guys remember Countdown to Cody that we used to see back in the day? Yeah, that was something. All right. And a double tag made over to Gargano as well as Winchy. Both the men come in storming towards each other. Gargano now with the boot to Winchy. I'm sorry, to Ludwig Kaiser. He gets Kaiser up on the top turnbuckle. Looks like he's got to go for the superplex. Actually not. He's got other plans. Oh my goodness. Winchy goes down hard back first into the mat from the top. And now Gargano is looking to make the tag to... Oh, there we go. Gargano has now been tagged in. It seems like DIY is going to win the match, as they should have, you know. They are working fine as a team so far on the main roster, even. So, good for them. I hope they win. Yeah, they deserve to win. After all, I've also got to say that DIY seems like they have a bigger future, brighter future as a tag team than the Imperium. It doesn't look like the Imperium is going to last as long as a tag team as the DIY is. So that's that. Victor says DIY wins as they should have. Love it. I see it too right now. The DIY with a victory. Good for them. You're right, Gary. It was definitely a good match. The DIY brought their own A game as well as Winchy did, as well as Ludwig Kaiser. It was a good match. But I don't think that, you know, Gunther is going to share the same feeling. He's probably not going to be very happy about it. But that's that. Alright, DIY with victory. Yep, I know. Yeah, Gary.
Almost everything right that time.
Yeah, but the problem now for these two gentlemen is
Wow, I like that. Winchy right away tells Ludwig, "You're gonna explain that to Gunther, not me. You're gonna do it." I like that. You know, when I asked Gunther that sometimes you hug them out, sometimes you chop them when you're not happy with them. What would you call this relationship that you have with these two? What name would you give it? And Gunther was taken aback. He had no idea what to say, and you could see it in the eyes of Winchy. He really was hoping for an answer from Gunther. And Gunther, classic Gunther, said, "It's a bit too, intrusive of a question anyways. It's our own thing how we deal with each other, and we'd like to keep it this way." Gunther is awesome. I love it. You know, interviewing them, it truly felt like I was interviewing some larger-than-life WWE stars. It really did feel like it. They are intimidating. They are intimidating without a doubt. And here we are now. Tegan knocks Natalya. Chelsea Green is not taller than Natalya, right? She's just wearing heels, right? She's not taller. And it was DIY 1. Yeah, Gunther is not happy. Without a doubt, Ricky, it's tough love. You're right, True. Tough love indeed. Oh, wow. Still to come, the main event. That is going to be Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso. We are halfway done with the show now. We are done. 90 minutes with the show. It has been a very mediocre episode of Raw. Nothing crazy yet. Nothing even, newsworthy yet. It's just been another episode of Raw so far. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here now? I like that. So I just came across this. I don't know if you'd call it a meme, but Look at this, right? Asuka. And it says, that feeling when you know your 914-day winning streak is still better than Roman Reigns because you won 59 matches and showed up every single week. Of course, with Roman Reigns, it's not nearly the same. So that's that. And this is another crazy thing. Look at this. This is crazy. I feel like a kid again. Look at these two graphics here. One from 2013, one from 2023. And not a lot has changed, has it? Of course, all of these wrestlers have evolved, but still the same. Look at that. But the one thing that is quite interesting is that they're still using CM Punk's old render in the WWE, so they have to update that. I'm pretty sure they will very shortly, if they haven't already. But they were as far as recently as last week, they were still using the old render of CM Punk. One thing that's crazy to me, guys, right? The dirt sheets reported that CM Punk, his return, nobody knew about it. Triple H did not tell anybody about it. Only a few people knew. Even the production team did not know that CM Punk was back, right? This is what the dirt sheets first reported. But then you had CM Punk's music played. You had the Tron played. And the Tron was specifically designed for his return, where you saw all phases of CM Punk's previous run with the company, the straight edge, the best in the world, and more. Everything planned out. So how did the production not know about it? I think the dirt sheets sometime really need to take a chill pill. We've got Andy says nothing to write home about for Raw. Exactly, Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka, you're right about that. We got Don Jonah here. Good to see you. Welcome, brother. Hope you're doing well. And we're live, brother. Indeed. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We've got True says, yeah, Chelsea is taller. Is that right? It's good when people can keep their mouth shut. Indeed, brother. Indeed. Hell yeah. Yep, without a doubt. Let's see, what else do we have here? I just came across this another post here on Reddit. It says, rewatch stuff on Peacock today. 2019 WWE may be the worst TV I've ever seen in my life. Let's take a look, right? So we had... Actually, I wouldn't call it the worst. I felt it was fun to watch at times, right? At times, not always, but at times. This was peak Liv Morgan, Shelton Benjamin on TV. Akira Tozawa smiling so big, something to look at. But of course, you had Samoa Joe on the roster, right? You had Rusev right there, even though he was not treated well. You had Seth Rollins as the Universal Champion. I think calling it the worst wouldn't be a fair game, but I enjoyed, this little thing that we had on SmackDown too, with Daniel Bryan being the Earth environmental friendly champion, the New Day, Kofi Kingston being champion, Brock Lesnar beating Kofi just like that. It was an interesting television. Not the best, but it was interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. The new generation TV was worse. I gotta agree with that, sure. Gotta agree with that. Let's see what else we have here. Alright, sweet. Oh. So, a comment here. Wait a second. What is WWE doing here? Most vapes contain serious... Wait. Are they doing like an anti-vaping campaign? It's the first time I'm seeing this. Really? So they're doing an anti-vaping contest, is that right? I like that. Healthcare and awareness industry. They shake hands with the WWE. Interesting, very interesting. Well, 2015 was the worst in my opinion, says Anil. Really? I see. Victor says, AJ, have you heard any news on Strowman? Hopefully he'll return. So, it's very interesting that you say that, Victor. Braun Strowman is in India right now. He's in Bombay right now. And he's doing some filming for some commercials over here in India. So, but Braun Strowman is here. again, Braun Strowman is one of those guys who's on the contract, who's with the company, but he's only used for live events. He's only used for extra work, like him being in India doing the filming, the commercials, and whatnot. He's used for autographs and stuff, but that's about it. Possibly will make an appearance at the Rumble, but I don't see it going anywhere. So that's that. But Maxine Dupree is here, and she looks brilliant. She looks fantastic.
All right, the road only gets tougher from here. So you guys want to take your training up a notch? Stop on by. Hey, we'll give you a little taste of the gable man.
We appreciate that, Coach. We do. But for now, we're going to stick with our secret weapon, Ivy now. She's going to neutralize Rhea for us.
Now, listen, Rhea's one of the toughest women here, but you know damn well I would not back down to her.
Well, I already know you can handle Rhea. I've seen those impressive lifts you've been hitting in the gym.
Oh, Maxine, don't sell yourself short. You know how strong you got since we replaced those Pilates with back squats? Tozawa! Assume the position. Oh, wait, whoa.
What is happening? What am I watching here? What? Tozawa never fails to... Oh, R-Truth here! What is he doing?
You said you're gonna deal with this. Deal? I'm the one that got the best deal on TV. LCD screen, almost flat TV. I've already told you need to leave. Jackie,
Is R-Truth joining the Judgment Day?
you gotta leave, JD. How many times I gotta tell you, man?
Truth, you're not in the Judgment Day. You will never be a part of the Judgment Day. Get out of our clubhouse.
Right? Yeah, but take it easy. Dude, I'll get out of our clubhouse. We gotta tighten up on security. Lock the doors.
Guys, you see Drew out here acting...
That's funny. Alright. In my opinion, AEW, as entertaining as Punk was in AEW, I think AEW is better off without him. Punk was cool in AEW, but honestly, I don't remember much of it. The only one thing that I remember very clearly when it came to Punk and his AEW run was his match against MJF, the Dark Collar match. That was an amazing match. Apart from that, we got some special moments, like him coming out with the boots around his neck, with him introducing his real championship, with him winning his title, his debut. We saw some special moments, but it was a very short-lived run, full of troubles, full of controversies, suspensions. It was just not the right thing to do at that time. But, you got to be glad that it's over now and AEW can move on from the mess that, was created. No matter who's, whoever was at fault there. But you got to be glad that, they have moved on as a company. Definitely motivated me to... Oh, I see. James says that definitely has motivated him. He says that he bikes the ride. He bike rides twice a week. I work out every week, and I even work out while watching wrestling. That's amazing, James. The WWE reaches audiences that they're growing up, they're entering their adult life, and they try to use their platform for now, at least, for good. Just like that anti-vaping campaign, stuff like that really can have an influence, a positive influence on the fans. Just like James mentioned that the company has motivated him to do better. I've heard similar stories, from people, from fans who talk about how they left their addictions because they were inspired by a certain wrestler or the company as a whole. And they express their gratitude towards the company for inspiring them to become a better person, a better version of themselves, which is fantastic. The WWE definitely has the tools to do so. It's great. Let's see, Tozawa getting nasty. You're right about that, true. You're right about that. Just made my pick for a college bowl mania. College football. Okay, I see. That's awesome, Andrew. I know nothing about college football, but that's cool. Tozawa is gold right now. He might be gold, but you know what? Sure, you're right. This is possibly the best work that Tozawa has done in the WWE. Way better than the whole 24/7 nastiness. This is much better than that, for sure. R-Truth in the back of the Judgment Day. R-Truth should join the Judgment Day, that's for certain. We got HCW Backyard Wrestling Archive. Are you a real WWE commentator? Hopefully one day that will be true, but right now I'm not a real... We're talking, we're doing commentary, we're doing a watch along, but I'm not an official commentator yet. If you've got some sources, let them know that I'm open to be recruited. Thanks. Tony says, who invited Archer? I wonder, right? I wonder. Last time Strowman was in India, he was in a show with Salman Khan. Yeah, I don't recall the name of the show. 1 second. I think Salman Khan, Braun Strowman. I do remember that. It was also a show that aired on Sony TV, the same network that carries the WWE over in India. So that was that. But let's see if we can actually find a clip of it. That time, Braun Strowman was actually Mr. Money in the Bank too. So that was that. Oh, we actually have some clips of it. 1 second. So as you can see right here, Braun Strowman with a Sven, or was it a? Yeah, I think that was the actor. But here we are, Braun Strowman on the reality show, as you can see here. Oh, Deska Dum was the show's name. Yeah, so he's back over here in India doing promotional work for the company again. Archer should have had brought little Jimmy, that's for sure. You should call the matches like Michael Cole get crazy. Thank you for that at CW Backyard Wrestling for the suggestion. Yeah, I probably should. I probably should call the matches like Michael Cole. You know, I do pop when it's a pop-worthy moment, but I like to keep it real. If something doesn't deserve a pop, I'm not gonna like fake popping, as a lot of other people like to do. No offense to anybody, but I feel like I cannot go crazy with my pops, because if I do pop, even for the non-pop worthy moments, you know, it takes away from the actual pop worthy moments. So I keep it real. When wrestling is boring, I just sit down and let you guys know that, oh my gosh, this show sucks. It's terrible. But when it deserves a pop, you'll see me pop like crazy. That's for certain. But thank you for that, brother. Thank you for the love. As much as I like Kaden and Katana, I'm only here for Natty, says Tony. Natty's great. I love Natalia. She is so nice. And always has been super nice to me, so of course I'm more biased towards her for that reason. I was inspired by Bobby Lashley, says James. I like that. I've got to say, as a kid watching wrestling, growing up watching wrestling, I probably should also give some credit to the WWE, because, you know, watching Cena and Orton and them trading words and the promos, it inspired me, you know, to speak. You know, when I was a kid, growing up, I was a very quiet kid, very shy kid, possibly still am, you know, but I was especially shy as a kid, did not really like to talk a lot. But wrestling made me want to talk more and practice my my speaking skills. I honestly, now when I think about it, I probably have to give it to wrestling, because it inspired me to work on my own speaking and vocabulary skills, and really has helped out. I have to say it. I went from not speaking at all to a lot of people to, you know, hosting conferences and, you know, doing stuff for a crowd as big as 1,000 people on the microphone. I've done that. So I have to give it to wrestling for that, really. They have inspired me in that way. I eat healthy every day, says James. That's amazing. Very important to do so as well. College football both pissed me off this year, says Andy. I see, Andy. Not too happy about that, huh? Jade Cargill was there alongside Taker, Drew McIntyre, and Michelle McCool. Oh, really? Oh, yes, I did see that. She also, along with Samantha Irvin, she posted a picture on her Twitter, or X, where she expressed her gratitude for Mark Henry, and she said Mark Henry has an eye for diamonds, for gems, because Mark Henry was the person who first introduced Cargill to the WWE before Cargill, of course, joined AEW. And also, Mark Henry was the guy who pushed for Samantha Irvin to take up wrestling as a career, because Samantha was going to go down, you know, a whole different route. She wanted to be a singer, but Mark Henry reached out to her, called her up, told her that she needs to be in the WWE. So Mark Henry was the guy behind the two. So that's that. Natty is such a cutie pie when it comes to the WWE card. No, she is so good. There are a few wrestlers that you know they love the fans. They love the fans. They love interacting with the fans. Natalya is one of them. And there's no filter here. Like, she doesn't fake it. She really loves the fans. One clear example of it that I'll tell you, right? This was something that I saw and instantly. I knew that, oh my god, it's so evident. When she came to India, right, for the show, immediately after the show, right, or maybe a few hours later, she posted a few pictures from the show of her with the fans, or just of the fans, of the audience, right? And around the same time, Jinder Mahal also posted pictures from the show. The only difference was that Natalya posted pictures of her with the fans, or of the fans only, her experiences with the fans in India. Jinder Mahal posted pictures of him performing in India, of himself, of Indishare. That's about it. And I was like, this is a whole world of difference. You can tell who really genuinely loves the fans and who's just there for the money, I guess. So that's that. But here we are, Natalya, tag being made. Tegan Nox tags herself in. Tegan Nox is the choice of colors for Tegan Nox. The super pink, the ultra hyper pink that goes on with Tegan Nox, and the colors of her hair and whatnot. It's very interesting, I've got to say. Nox gonna go for the suplex. Cannot get the job done yet. A big kick to the side of the head. Tegan Nox knocked out. We've got Natty, such a cutie pie. Once again, Tony agree with that. Andrew says, Andy, why is that? There will always be a team or several teams left out of the playoffs, even when they go to 12 teams next year. Yeah, I got no idea what any of this means, but I agree, Andrew. Alright, okay, Andy, I'll leave you guys with that conversation. And the fans cop fields on Natty every week. That's unfortunate, but, yeah, let's see. We've got, we have seen this a few times, that happening, so, fans. We've got Natalya one more time, but Natalya's been super sweet with me, like, really. Anything that I post, instantly reshares it. It was so funny because she posted a picture that I made, like a Superstar Spectacle, the event that was going to happen in India. I made like a poster of it with me in the center and John Cena to my left, Natalya to my right, and I'm like made the whole graphics and everything, made it look like an official poster. Natalya posted it, and it almost felt like it was the official poster to the event, which was so funny. She posted it and she wrote, "Cannot wait for the show." It was hilarious. Yeah, I love Natalya. And here we are. Looks like she's got to go for the double power bomb on Casey Square. And she does. She does. Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, both of them taken out by Natty. She goes for the cover. It's a kick out. I like to call them Casey Square, if you guys did not know that. Because Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, the initials Casey. And Andy says, Andrew, I love going to college games, but Bama again should never jump over any of those teams. I see, Andy. I really think wrestlers, no matter what organization they are from, are good at sprinter. I say this all the time, James. I say that, when we were kids, or when I was a kid, we looked up to, fictional characters, for example, like Spider-Man, like Batman, right? Only for us to realize later in life that, oh, they're not really real. But kids now have an option to look up these wrestlers, and they are very real, and you can meet them in person, and they could be good inspirations. Again, not all wrestlers are good inspiration. Let's just take that into account too. But some are. Example, Natalya, example, Cena, example, Gunther. Yeah, good examples. Anyways, seems like the job's been done. Casey Square gets the victory. I know, Tony, the power of Natalya, indeed. Yep, she needs to be partnered with Jade Cargill next year and take the World Tag Team titles away from Piper. I cannot believe that Piper and Chelsea have gone so far as tag champions. They're still tag champions. It's so crazy, right, that they still are holding on to those titles. Cody Rhodes is a good role model to kids. Yeah, that's true. I know he's a good role model too. Forgot his name. FSU, there you go, Andrew. But Andrew, I see. You guys still talking about college football? I've got no idea. I probably should catch up on the other sports too. Anyways, Casey Square celebrating their victory in the center of the ring. I've got to thank everybody for being here. It's been a mediocre show, but it's been a lot of fun watching it with all of you guys. And with that being said, we are now left with about the last hour of the show as Cody Rhodes makes his way out to the ring. Cody is in action tonight, but he's coming out in his street wear. He's coming out in his casual wear. Not really prepared to fight just yet, it seems, but Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura is still supposed to take place tonight. Guys, I was just looking at this thread on Reddit, right? That what do you think about this pairing if it were to happen? Paul Heyman and Austin Theory. And honestly, this pairing kind of reminded me of a story that I just heard recently of Paul Heyman and Ryback. So this guy Mansoor, right? Mansoor, who was a former WWE star who came from Saudi Arabia, the first ever Saudi Arabian star to be signed by the WWE, who was recently released as well. Yes, really remember him. So Mansoor once, reached out to Paul Heyman on the bus, and he brought up Paul Heyman's guy, former guy that Paul Heyman advocated in the past. That's Ryback. So he brought him up in a conversation, and Paul Heyman got all angry, and he told Mansoor, don't even ever mention Ryback as my guy. Don't ever call him my guy. So Paul Heyman hates the fact that he once had Ryback as his guy. It's so funny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you all remember that, right? Ryback was once a Paul Heyman guy. But Paul Heyman does not like that. He does not like that at all. Cannot blame poor Paulie for that, though, right? It was terrible. It was terrible watching the two on TV. It was not comfortable to watch. He never looked like a Paul Heyman guy to begin with. It was just awful. You gotta be glad that he was not. I think it was just the time that WWE went just too over and beyond the board with Paul Heyman and his guys, right? Becoming his guy became the next big thing in wrestling at that time. And, you had some success with, of course, CM Punk. Big success right there. But with Paul Heyman, with Ryback, was a failure. And so it was with Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel being Paul Heyman's guy. It went nowhere. It was embarrassing, and you'd like to forget about it. Yeah, we've got, let's see what else we got. American Nightmare is up next. That's right, Tony again. He is supposed to fight Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. But he's coming out to talk right now, so let's see what he got to be saying. Looking at the preview again for the show, of course, Seth Rollins is taking on Jey Uso in the main event. We are already done with this match here between McIntyre and Sami Zayn. We're done with this women's match as well, also with this one. So two matches that are still to come here before the main event are going to be Cody and Shinsuke and the Creed brothers versus the Judgment Day. So still some substance left before we get to the main event. James says, what did you think of Vince Russo when he was in WCW? Honestly, very honest with you, I'm not the best person to talk about when it comes to WCW because I was not around when the whole stuff happened. I was an infant when the stuff happened, so I wasn't there to witness all of it. But, catching up on this stuff later on in life, I've got to say, Vince Russo, I respect the guy, but I also find him absolutely crazy. I find him a nut job. So, yeah. Let's see. And he says, but let me know, James, what do you think of Vince Russo? And he says, AJ, it's a black eye on college football games now. This year, cause legit screw job over school deserves to be in. They undefeated. Wild Barnell lost a game, yet they get in. I see. Andrew says, as the great Lee Corso says, not so fast. I think Michigan has a chance of pulling it off. I'm looking forward to Washington's Texas. I see. Well, let's, I don't know what the inside story is and why Verdun left out of the whole thing, but, politics is everywhere. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here? This is a very interesting take. Never realized this until now, but this post here says, it points out to the fact that except for Seth Rollins, every champion in the WWE currently is a heel. And it's true. Roman Reigns, heel. Rhea Ripley, super heel. But Io Sky, would you consider her a heel? I don't know about that yet. But it's a very interesting, fact. that most of the champions are heels. Cool. Cool. Alright. Let's see, what else do we have here? Man. And American Nightmare Cody Rhodes is here. He is making his entrance. Let's see what he has to say. Alright, Cody Rhodes is here, guys. The Creed brothers remind me of the Steiner brothers. Yep, very close, you know, also the singlet and everything. I saw a lot of people on social media taking a shot at the attire of the singlet. I don't understand that at all. Braun Breaker wears a singlet, yet he's over, so I'm not sure why do people take a shot at that. But I agree with that. That's a very good comparison. The modern day version of Steiner Brothers? Absolutely. Yes, she's a heel sister. Okay, so then it's a fact that Seth Rollins is the only guy who's a face and a champion. Every other champion in the WWE currently is a heel. I was around a lot of times in WCW. Andy, I know that you were also in attendance for the shows. How did you feel about Vince Russo and the guys? Let me know. Let us know. Ricky Starks is also Cody's best pal. We know about Ricky Starks. We know all the conspiracy theory, if you might call them that. The conspiracy theory is circulating around Ricky Starks and his eventual arrival in the WWE. We have seen posts on social media of Ricky Starks hanging out with Jade Cargill, working out at the Nightmare Factory with Jade Cargill. Yeah, it's not a secret, you know. There's a lot of speculation around the fact that Ricky Starks could end up joining the WWE ultimately. Let's see. It would be cool to have him here, but, you know, honestly, I don't know how WWE's got to be treating him any better than AEW. I think AEW, he's at least enjoying his spotlight. In the WWE, I'm not too sure. Look at Gargano, look at, you know, Tommaso Ciampa. I don't know. Alright, though. Let's see, what else do we have here? How do you guys feel about Nick Aldis, by the way, being the SmackDown GM? Do you think he's added any value to the whole product at all? Do you think it's only a ticking time bomb before he becomes a wrestler and starts wrestling full-time in the WWE? How do you feel about Nick Aldis in the company so far, guys? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so we've got Cody Rhodes now with the microphone. Let's see what he has to say.
The first time I laid eyes on the poison mist, I was a little boy.
I agree with that, True. Honestly, so far, right now, as of now, Nick Aldis hasn't added any value, at least in my opinion, too. Alright, Cody. Let's hear it.
Now that you experienced it firsthand last week, the poison mist, that is. I can tell you that my fears as a kid were justified. But I am not pointing fingers. I am not casting blame. If it's anybody's fault, it's
That's terrible, Andy. That's you know, politics, I guess.
I should have paid attention to the clues that
I see, True. Okay. It's cool. I think it's a matter of time before Aldis is going to become a wrestler. I don't see him as a manager for a long time. I do believe he'll become a wrestler, and I do believe that Mickie James will arrive in the WWE too, sooner than later. She will, and then she'll go to the Hall of Fame. This is the place where I feel she will wrap her career. I do believe so.
my attention. I think you have all of their attention.
It should be a good feud between Shinsuke Nakamura and Cody Rhodes. You gotta be glad that Shinsuke Nakamura once again is feuding with the top tier talent, no longer hanging around, you know, the bottom of the ocean. He's actually rising to the top. It's good to see that. Definitely. Alright, Cody Rhodes here with a challenge, asking Shinsuke Nakamura to come out now and fight. Looks like we're not getting a match tonight. Oh, the lights go out. We've got a spotlight in the center of the ring. Vince Russo always had his favorites. There was no surprise Eric Bischoff got so tired of his role. Again, this is one thing that we all talked about, you know, like for years actually, that Shinsuke Nakamura should be allowed to speak Japanese, that there should be subtitles for foreign languages, and that's exactly the route that they're going down with, and I'm so glad they are. Shinsuke is so much scarier when he's talking in Japanese, so much more intimidating, and the fact that we get subtitles is, thank you, WWE, thank you for that. Yeah, it's great.
物語ということで俺もお前と同じようにてっぺんを目指した
I agree, Andy. I hope that Nick Aldis does come back to wrestling. At least Shinsuke did not miss Saraya. I see what you did there, Tony. I see what you did there. Okay. Wow. Alright. Shinsuke is talking about the fact that Cody and him, they have suffered the same humiliation. Honestly, Cody wasn't here dancing with Rick Boogs every single week. Shinsuke was, and he was the one who humiliated himself. So I blame Shinsuke Nakamura himself for that, right? I like that. Shinsuke says, you have unwoken me. I am here all inspired and I'm here to unburden you as well. So he's here to be a protector of Cody Rhodes. Wow. He says, I want to take your burden, Cody. I want to finish my story. I want to take the burden of you finishing your story. I want to take it from you. And I want to finish your story for you. What a nice guy, alright? What a nice guy. Gotta be thankful. Cody should thank him right now. Yeah, Andy, I think it's gonna happen. I think Mickey will finish her career in the WWE without a doubt. Bobby Roode is working as a producer in the WWE, if I'm not wrong right now, Brother James. So he wrapped up his career as well. He's working as a producer. He's no longer... He wasn't cleared to wrestle, apparently. James, he's still trying to recover from his surgery. Yeah, but I believe he's working as a producer at the time being, right? Let's see if that's still the case. Yeah, he's a producer now. He is working as a producer, and you know what? It's being said that people are happy with his work so far, but as you can see right here, he is currently signed with the WWE, where he is now a producer. So that's the reality of it at the moment, guys. Bobby Roode is working as a producer. It could be that his wrestling career is behind him now. Seems like it. Yep. All right. Let's see. So, but one thing about Bobby Roode is that this is the latest that we have from Bobby Roode. So. So, the end of October, the recent update that we got from Bobby Roode, the latest one, is that he was now producing solo matches for the main roster television, which is definitely a feat, an accomplishment. So, still, it's not certain if he's a full-time producer or not, or is he still on the trajectory, but, you know, it seems like that's the current role of his producer. So, that's that. Alright. So let's see what else do we have coming up. I think we're going to go to the tag team match with this because we've got about an hour to go before the show's going to be over. So I think the tag team match should be up next. Alright. Adam Pearce on the phone. Let's see what he has to say.
What's up, boo? Man, I'm good, man. I'm just checking on my dog, Sami Zayn. How is he? If this Drew McIntyre problem don't get solved, AP, I'm gonna have to get him too. Get him again, matter of fact.
Please, last thing you need on the biggest night of your life, the biggest match of your life, is to let some vendetta derail everything.
Man, come on, man. I'm turned up right now. I'm locked in. Tonight is my night. It's for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, it is.
We got this. Okay. We got this. Let's go. I want to hear it. Ninja.
Oh.
You're right, I'm glad you heard a couple of ideas. Oh, did you? Yeah.
Alright, while Gunther and Adam Pearce discuss some ideas, we are now back with Judgment Day making their entrance. Let's see what else do we have here. Andrew, thanks for the conversation on college football. You guys are awesome. Andrew, Andy, you guys are great. I think it would be good to see Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens versus Reigns was the best. I would love that too. Honestly, I've been wanting to see Kevin Owens in the world title picture again. I don't know if this is a popular opinion. I don't know if it is really. At least within the company it was not, right? That's for certain because he never got a chance at it again. But I really enjoyed his Universal title run. I know that Finn Balor was the guy who was supposed to be the first ever Universal Champion. He was supposed to have the sweet run with the title. But I really enjoyed Kevin Owens' run with the Universal Championship. I think that was his best run till date. Very entertaining. I don't want to say anything negative about Seth Rollins, but I found Kevin Owens' title run as more intriguing, interesting. It had me on the edge of my seat. Every week was something new, I felt. And I felt like it was more newsworthy, more notable. You could also give credit to Chris Jericho if you'd like, because the latter part of his run, was along with Jericho, which was quite fun. But I really enjoyed Kevin Owens and his run with the championship. I think he did a fantastic job carrying the title. Very interesting. Where's Julia Hart? Oops, wrong faction. Yes, right, Tony. Very wrong faction right now. Let's see. So, getting a commercial break for this Friday's SmackDown. Let's take a look at it.
It's a special tribute to the troops edition of Friday Night SmackDown. This Friday at 8, only on Fox.
I want to read into it more. So, tribute to the troops SmackDown. Does that mean that they're not selling tickets for the show? That is only exclusive to the families and the veterans. Let's see. Tribute to the troops SmackDown. Probably we'll find some more information on it online. Let's see. Nothing. I see no details on the tickets and stuff yet. All right, this should be good. Found an article by Fox News actually that says WWE to hold annual tribute to the troops special next month. Montes shares what it means to him. Okay, so let's see what this article says. Montesford says, I actually went to one of the Raws while I was still in service because they were all allowing service members to get a free comp ticket. It's exciting. It's always a great time of the year. It's right before the holidays, so it's a perfect setting to do tribute around this time, says Montesford. All right, so no details on the tickets and stuff. Very interesting. So they have not shared any details on the tickets to the show, but tribute to the troops taking place this Friday. That's sweet. I like it. It's very important to show our appreciation and support to the troops, to the guys who, leave their families behind, leave their homes behind to defend the country. Yeah. That should not go undervalued. Let's see. We've got AJ. You see Camille coming to WWE. She's a very talented wrestler. And with NWA being almost... I'm sorry. I don't want to offend anybody here. If you're a fan of the NWA, I'm really sorry. But Billy Corgan is not doing a good job with the NWA. I think it's as clear as day right now. I cannot say this with the filter on. I have to say it just the way it is. Billy Corgan is doing a terrible job with NWA. If NWA was being run by Impact Wrestling, perhaps they'd do better. Billy Corgan is not the guy to run the show. And Camille should get out of the company and should join either AEW or the WWE. I think WWE, though, because I would like to see her versus Charlotte Flair down the line. So I would like her to join the WWE, particularly SmackDown. But who knows? Let's see. They're selling tickets and there will be troops at ringside. Thank you for that, James. Thanks for the information. It's going to be on a military base. That's awesome, James. Thank you. Sujit, good to see you once again. Welcome. Okay, so let's see. But the troops are going to be in for a big night, especially with CM Punk being there, right? It's going to be a fun and nice night, without a doubt. So Kurt Angle recently shared this, right? This is what he said. So he said, I wouldn't be that concerned about AEW's future because CM Punk went to WWE. One person does not define a company. AEW existed before CM Punk. And now they have Adam Copeland. They've got more stars now. So one person's departure is not going to destroy the company. So even the people talking about, AEW, going downhill or something because CM Punk left, of course it takes a hit. Of course, there are going to be a few fans who are going to be disappointed that CM Punk is no longer with AEW, but it doesn't really do a lot of damage to the company. One star, especially in this day and age, does not define a company in wrestling. It's just not. Wrestling is not built around one guy anymore. As WWE has said many times, Triple H has said many a times in the back or in public that there will never be another John Cena. John Cena was the only guy, who the company was built around. There will never be a guy like Cena again. And it's true. Even if Roman Reigns were to leave the WWE next year, the WWE is going to be just fine. Really. Even if Kenny Omega were to leave AEW next year, AEW is going to be just fine because the company is not built around Kenny Omega or Roman Reigns for that matter. They're going to be fine. And CM Punk was barely there, to be honest. He was suspended most of the time, so that's that. But Creed Brothers over here already dominating, as we can see the Judgment Day. Dominic, or Dirty Dominic, in trouble, marching around the ring as Dominic is held up 90 degree. An attack being made between the Creed Brothers. Dominic is in trouble, and look at that, R-Truth is here, and seems like he has got the Judgment Day shirt on. Is R-Truth the latest addition to the Judgment Day? Like it or not, it seems like he could be. Here's my favorite team alongside Ivy Nile. That's right, Tony. Hell yeah. Really, I feel these guys are the Gunther of the tag team division. As Gunther brought prestige to the Intercontinental Championship, I think that these guys could potentially bring prestige back to the tag team division. I think so. I've got really high hopes with these guys. I really do. Give them some time, though. But, speaking of singles titles, Logan Paul, I haven't seen him in a while. I almost forgot that the US title still exists. Logan Paul vanished just like that with the US championships. That's what happened right there. Yes. Yes. Alright, one more time. Creed Brothers still dominating, still doing pretty damn well here. This is fun. Alright, I just came across a hilarious commercial featuring some New Japan wrestlers. We're going to look at it during the commercial break. But right now, Creed Brothers still dominating. Funko Pop, that is JD McDonough, is in trouble, still down. When I first looked at the Funko Pop comparisons, I'm like, no, that's not true. But the more I look at JD McDonough and his big head, I think it's very true. The Funko Pop comparisons are not unjustified. They are justified for sure. And here we are now. JD McDonough gets up to his feet and a knee strike to the gut, followed by a big elbow strike to McDonough. He collapses down hard. Man, the Creed brothers are absolutely showing who the dominant forces are here in the tag team division. The Judgment Day really seeing stars right now. One more time, JD McDonough is being manhandled by both these Judgment Day boys. Look at that one more time. Double knee strike straight to the ribs of McDonough. McDonough in big trouble. Going for the cover on JD, and JD kicks out at a 2.5. One more time. The tag has been made once again between the Creed brothers. They are going for the very quick tags here. Of course, quick tags mean that you get more opportunity to do the double team maneuvers here on the star, so they are taking advantage of that as well. One more time, it is an Irish whip in the ring, rebounds from the ropes, and McDonough here looks like he is here. That's right, he pulls the top rope, and he sends, oh dear, look at that. Both the Creed brothers are down in the ringside area, and a flying moonsault to the outside. McDonough takes out both the Creed brothers, and R-Truth is happy. Of course, the latest addition to the Judgment Day. I don't know if the Judgment Day is aware of that or not, but it seems like R-Truth is certain that he's a Judgment Day member, so that's that. We got a happy night here. Good to see ya. Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso indeed is going to take place tonight, and will take place in the main event of the show tonight, so that should be fun. R-Truth is gonna, that's right. Yeah, R-Truth is a funny guy. He's gonna lose the match for the Judgment Day. It could be that he caused them the match. But this was the commercial that I was talking about. It's a KFC Japan commercial featuring Kaiji Muto and Riki Chuso. So let's take a look at this one.
長州さんのペプシジョッキの方がでかいな。ああ、KD のケンタッキーの方がでかいんじゃないか。明らかに長州さんのペプシがでかい。絶対にKDのチキンがでかい。ペプシでかっ。このグラスでかっ。お前のチキンの方がでけえじゃないか。でかすぎるよこれ。この野郎チキンで俺を刺すんじゃねえ。いやどっちもでかい。ビッグなペプシとビッグなケンタッキーで欲望解放ブルークリスマス。なぜ2人いるんだサンタが。サンタは俺でしょ。お前がトナカイなんだ。お前がトナカイになれ。お前俺膝痛くて運べないよ俺。ペプシが欲望解放ブルークリスマスキャンペーン実施中。
That's funny. All right, that was a sweet commercial. All right, let's see what else do we have here.
Got a 4-star match, a 5-star match.
Another funny clip. Let's take a
Go
look.
online to these Mark wrestling sites to see if you got a 4-star match, a 5-star match. What do you care what these geeks think? Ask us what we think, and we'll tell you that you suck.
No wonder that years ago when I asked Scott Steiner for an interview, he responded and he said, hey brother, all the details and all the FAQs are listed on my website, so if you'd like anything, you can get a FAQ. This was years ago when I first started on Wrasslinews. Yeah, Scott Steiner has no respect for the wrestling sites, it seems. And, Kevin Nash shares that to a certain extent, that opinion. Booker T sure in hell does not like these wrestling dirt sheets. Absolutely does not. Yeah, that's that. Let's see, Ricky, I was just wondering, where's Ricky at? Super silent Ricky tonight. Ricky is not enjoying Monday Night Raw, it seems, right? KFC is not good anymore, says James. Let's see. I vegetarian myself, guys. I don't know. I can't comment on KFC, but, not surprised. Fast food chains, the quality just keeps dropping. They keep making stuff more expensive, but the quality keeps dropping. That's true for everything, yeah. Look at the iPhone, for example. First, they used to ship it in a big box, then they made it a small box, then your earphones got away, the wired headphones. Then they did away with the charging adapter. Then they did away with the SIM card tray, and now you've got a whole new wire that you need. but you also need to buy the adapter for it. So yeah, it's just, they make stuff expensive, but they keep dropping the quality or keep taking stuff away that they offer to you at that price. So that's that. Anyways, we're back for the commercial break. Creed Brothers here. One more time, a big suplex to Dirty Dominic, and his back bouncing on the mat. He's in trouble. He's in pain. The Creed Brothers have dominated the entirety of this match so far, which is pretty damn cool. We are left with about 40 minutes before the show's got to be over. 40 minutes to go, guys. And look at that. Looks like the tag is going to be made between the Creed Brothers, or maybe not. Wait a second. Oh, it's made. There you go. Double tag made. So the Creed Brothers tagged, and also JD McDonough also was tagged in. He's a legal guy now. Belly to belly suplex from JD McDonough and to Dominic as well. I love belly to belly suplexes, but I have to say, nobody, and I mean nobody, delivers better belly to belly suplexes in the company than Drew McIntyre. He's the master of belly to belly. His belly to belly suplexes are so smooth. Perfect landing, perfect execution. Drew McIntyre is the best belly-to-belly suplex delivery guy. Is that the right thing to say? I think so. But let's see. We got Jeff here says, when are we going to see Jade Cargill's first match in WWE? Hopefully soon. My bet is that it's going to be Rumble. I think Rumble is when we see her finally competing. I don't think and I don't feel that they should have us wait until Mania. I think Rumble is the time to do so. You know, Ronda Rousey made her wrestling debut at WrestleMania. Did not end well at all. You know, look at Ronda in WWE. What did she do? What did she accomplish? Not much. So I would say Jade Cargill should not follow suit, should not make her wrestling debut at WrestleMania. Instead, it should be the Rumble, I feel. But let me know what you guys think. Of course, before the Rumble, we also have the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, which will take place actually from in Australia. So that's another big one here. And with that being said, guys, we've got Dominic, who's looking to steal the victory, but a kick out here. The Creed Brothers are still in the game. The tables have kind of turned here, but still a long way to go. Man, look at this one right here. Got these from a local collectible shop recently. Some interesting reads, especially from the Wrestler Edition. Look at that. Did you guys ever purchase a wrestling magazine? Or do you still own any of these retro old wrestling magazines? These are like gems from the past, right? And he says, Jeff, it looks like it could be the Rumble. That's right. Hopefully, Andy. Hopefully it's going to be the Rumble. But is she going to win the Rumble? That's that, right? That's a question. I think that if she is in it, she's going to win it. Because it would suck if, she loses her first match in the WWE, right? So I feel like if she's in the Rumble, she's going to be in it to win it. But let's see. McDonough in big trouble. Taken out by the Creed Brothers. This could be it for good. Going for the cover on McDonough, and Funko Pop, does not kick out. The match is over. Creed Brothers with the victory. Good for them. R-Truth is not going to be happy about it. The Creed Brothers have done it. Good stuff. You know, the very interesting thing about the CM Punk stuff, right? So I'm pretty sure we all remember the lawsuit that CM Punk, went through with the WWE. The WWE doctor that apparently sued CM Punk and all that stuff. He is still with the company. He is still with the WWE, and so is Punk. So it's very interesting. But the doctor that sued CM Punk is still with the company, which is quite interesting. Commercial break. We're most likely going to be going to a commercial break now. We're inviting to the Brutus. That's right. We're all invited to it, brother. We're all invited to it. Adam Pearce now in the back with Seth Rollins. Let's see what's going to be happening here.
I invited CM Punk to be here next week. And I intend to sign him to an exclusive.
Thank you for that, Andy. No, I agree. Drew McIntyre's his overhead belly to belly. Work of art. Work of art. That's right. You still have those magazines. That's awesome. That's awesome. Tony with the yeah, Daddy's back. She better not win. That will be a stupid move, says Andy. Let's see, brother. I've got a feeling that it could happen that if she's in it, if she makes her debut at the Rumble, in the Rumble match, she's gonna win it. But let's see. But I agree, it's gonna be very predictable, and I don't think that move is gonna go over very well with a lot of fans. I agree with that.
Seth, man, appreciate the respect and the kind words, right? But it took me almost 15 years to get this opportunity. And it's my night. And I'm telling you right now, you looking at the new heavyweight champion tonight. You feel me, Seth? You feel me? I feel you. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. And I feel like you're facing the McIntyre champion. That's cool. I feel like
Is this match even gonna get over clean, or is somebody gonna interfere in this match? I think somebody is definitely gonna be interfering. Let me know what you guys think, but I absolutely do not see this match getting over clean. Absolutely not. You're right, Gary. With that being said, Jey Uso is making his way out. It's time for some yeeting. It's time for the main event, guys. Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins for the World Championship. I don't see Seth Rollins winning this. I'm sorry, I don't see Jey Uso winning this one. I think it's going to be a interference, possibly by Drew McIntyre. But let's find out. Jey Uso now. Man, you gotta love it. You gotta love how the fans are behind Jey Uso. It's gonna be commercial break again, guys. Another time.
This guy went.
Right off the top.
Outside my old high school rival's face.
Oh, wow.
Xavier Woods, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys have caught this, but Xavier Woods revealed that Cody Rhodes was his high school rival. Let's take a look at this video.
Right off the top.
Outside my old high school rival's face.
Oh, wow. Explain to the peeps. If the peeps don't know, tell them why the rivalry.
Old high school heat. Because in middle school and high school, I was an amateur.
Amateur.
My school, Sprayberry, was rivals with pretty much every school around us. And so the main one was Lassiter High School, which is where this guy went. And I, at the time, wore big, thick glasses.
I seen him.
And they would call me Harry Potter, and they'd make fun of me. And then I destroyed my counterpart on their team. Then they respected me and they made fun of him, which I didn't think was an upgrade.
Wow.
It was an upgrade in the behavior. But he was very good. I wrestled up a weight class.
And
So he bumped up.
And you won.
I did not win, but it's because I wrestled everyone on my team, so I could be varsity that week.
Okay.
Then I had to beat two guys who were 15, 20 pounds heavier than me just to get to Cody. And then once I was beating him, I was annihilating him.
Sure.
I saw his whole family on the side, and they had that gleam in their eye, and they're like, "No, he's gonna lose to someone." And I said, "If I beat Cody, then Dusty's gonna see me and go, that's my guy. I'm gonna train him. He's gonna be the best." But then I saw the sadness in all their faces, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna let this slide, and they're gonna see my gratitude.
Son of a plumber.
Exactly. And I let him slide.
Wow.
So that he could finish his story.
Wow.
So you're welcome to everyone.
Wow.
I allowed that to happen when I was 16, so that you could have this chair now. This chair has so much more meaning than these signatures in this picture.
That's why they pay $117 for your That's exactly why.
This is history.
$390. Still go.
Let's go. Add another $117.
Still go.
Another $117. At least.
Cody Rhodes finishing his story has become a meme. I like that. We've got Drew is going to interfere with Sandy. I agree with that. I think Drew is definitely going to be interfering in this match. I don't see this match in actually having a clean finish at all. Chris says Drew McIntyre is going to cost Jey Uso the championship match. I think it's almost a given that it's going to happen. I don't think that anybody in their right mind would think that Jey Uso is going to walk out tonight as a new champion. And interference is coming. Is it going to be in the form of McIntyre or somebody else? I think McIntyre, but I'm hopeful that we see something more exciting in this match. We got Devlin here. Good to see you, Devlin. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And they say Archer, the leader of the Judgment Day. Wow, if that happens, the Judgment Day is going to be a Titanic. It's going to sink. We might have some exciting, fun moments while Archer is the leader, but hey, the Judgment Day is going to be Titanic. Despite of the fun that we have on the Titanic, it is going to sink without a doubt. It was the same for, everything that Archer has been a part of. Talk about Miz and Truth. Talk about R-Truth being the 24/7 champion. Talk about anything that R-Truth has touched. It has always gone down. It always sank. So, yeah, I mean, no disrespect to R-Truth. He's cool. I love R-Truth. He's so funny, but he should not be the leader of the Judgment Day. Or maybe he should. Who knows? It will be fun, though. It will be fun, but it's gonna sink. That's for sure. And we got Devin says, R-Truth is a former 2-time NWA World Champion. That's right, he is. R-Truth has done so much. And he's taking his rap career very seriously. He's actually focusing a lot on his music career these days. He's putting out his music on social media, encouraging his fans to use his audio, on their reels and their shorts and their TikToks. He's really focused on that too these days, so that's cool. He's looking to an alternative to wrestling for his future days. R-Truth is a man of many talents. Just another fun fact about R-Truth that his music career is that he has some unreleased recorded songs that he did with John Cena. Some raps that he recorded with Cena back in the day that they never put out to the public. He said that they're still in his pen. Hopefully he has some backup too. But he says that he still has those recordings at his home. And they do plan on releasing those recordings, those tracks in the future. Not sure when, but he wants to release those recordings in the future. So that's that about R-Truth. And here we are now in the back with the Judgment Day once again. Wow. We're going to get next week. Of course, we're not going to get any pay-per-view until the Royal Rumble that's going to take place January 27th, and they probably did not want to hold this off until then. So we're going to get next week. We're going to get Cody versus Shinsuke Nakamura next week. Also, they just announced it. CM Punk is going to be returning to Monday Night Raw next week. So he's going to be there. Tributes to the Troop edition of Friday Night SmackDown. But he's also going to be there next Monday on Raw. CM Punk is a free agent, will most likely stay a free agent because he's too hot, as I said, too hot of a superstar to be exclusive to one network only. Fox would like to have him, USA would like to have him, so he's got to be a free agent. Of course, they're paying him a lot of money, so why not work both the shows? The fact that R-Truth has been NWA champion and not Jeff Hardy's insane, says Devin. R-Truth is only 51. Dude, that's right, yeah. The guy has a lot of experience, talented, and he's a guy who can take a joke. You know it, right? He has no problem putting the spotlight on himself, being the joke himself to make the people laugh, and it takes a big heart and big courage to do so. Archer definitely a guy with a big heart and a guy that we all respect and we all love. That's for sure. Daddy back on SmackDown. You're right, brother Chris. Daddy's back. My bad, CM Punk. CM Punk says Ricky. Ricky says Arthur's old. He thinks he's 30 years old. Not only 57 years. Ricky says Arthur is old. Stop it. All right, Ricky. Okay. I see CM Punk got to be on Raw. I see. Ricky says he's most likely only going to be on Raw. Let's see. Let's find out. I mean, I think if he were to be exclusive to a brand, I think it's going to be Raw as well. Two reasons behind that. Number one, Daddy's on SmackDown, which means Randy Orton is on SmackDown, so you've got that attraction there. Number two is that they are no longer going to be, on Fox after next year. The deal's up. Fox has said this in the past that they have moved on from the WWE. They've moved on to other things, and they wish that WWE the best for the future endeavors. That's what they said, guys. I'm not making this up. That's literally what they said. So if they want to give the best business to anybody, the WWE would like to give it to the USA, not Fox. USA, because Fox, the whole thing is already over. So that's that. That train's gone. CM Punk only going to be on Raw. Ricky, let's find out. Matter of time. Here we are now with Jey Uso being introduced to the fans. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, Jade Cargill posted a picture of herself and the lady in the ring right now, the announcer Samantha Irvin. Both of the ladies were introduced to the WWE by Mark Henry. So they expressed their gratitude to Mark Henry and said that this guy has an eye for the diamonds. And here we are now, Seth Rollins, the world champion, being introduced to the fans. This is going to be hopefully a good match. Let's see how the finish of the match is going to be, because that's a whole different story. The finish might not be good, but the match should be entertaining. That's for certain. Yeet. That's right, Ricky. Yeet indeed. All right, so we've got Matt Hardy, by the way. He did a recent interview where he said that he wants to see more entertainment-based angles in AEW. This is something new because, AEW really took a lot of pride in calling itself a professional wrestling promotion. Right? They shied away from using the term sports entertainment. And now Matt Hardy saying that he would like to see more entertainment-based angles in AEW. Okay, it tells you something. It tells you about the different visions that are now in AEW. Some want to see it go a certain direction. The others want to see it go in a certain direction. Of course, the guy in charge should have control of the direction that they're headed, and he should know what the fans want, because that's ultimately where the money is. And here we are now. It's Jey Uso and Seth Rollins going at it with each other. They're both trying to overpower each other over here. Seth Rollins taking a step back after the referee counted the 5, as Jey Uso was held up against a rope over there. And now one more time, fans singing along to Seth Rollins. Ricky, much love. Jade Cargill and Samantha. Fine, that's right. Absolutely. All right, so we've got one more time, Seth and Jay circling around. And one more time to lock it up. Let's see who's going to get the first laugh in this match. Seth Rollins now twisting the arm of Jey Uso. Uso trying to reverse that. AW loves more blood matches. You know it, Ricky. You know it. And here we are. Jey Uso trying to fight back, and he does. He gets behind Seth Rollins, grabs him from behind. Seth Rollins one more time, very quickly turning it around, and grabs Jey Uso in a headlock, sending him over to the ropes. Seth Rollins with a rebound, shoulder tackle to Jey Uso. Gets up to his feet very quickly. Jey Uso gets him in a headlock, sends over to the ropes. One more time, shoulder tackle from Jey Uso to Seth Rollins. Rollins goes down, gets it very quickly. Roll up on Jey Uso one more time, and a kick out. And Seth was going to go for the curb stomp. Uso gets away, rolls him up for the cover, and it's a kick out at 2 one more time. They are looking in eye to eye, face to face, Rollins and Uso. It's time for main event WNT, says Tony. That's right. Tony Khan has loved seeing wrestling blood and guts, says Ricky. Indeed. The quote, 100%. Thank you. That's right. It's 100% real indeed, Tony. It is real that Fox did wish WWE all the best in their future endeavors, which is quite funny. Usually the WWE uses that quote for a lot of other people, but they were hit with their own medicine, I guess. That's what happened. All right. So with that being said, commercial break is upon us once again, and no surprise here at all. Yeah, main event usually always full of commercials. Let's see, what else do we have here coming up? Let's see. Wow. So Chris Jericho was recently in Vietnam, I heard. That's cool. He showed up at an independent wrestling promotion in Vietnam. I was in touch with them. I did some promotion for them on Instagram recently. Not paid. It was just a favor for a friend. But, Vietnam wrestling promotion, VPW, they did a first ever match between, who was it? Sumi Sakai. She fought Viva Van in what was the first ever time, a match between these two nationalities. It said never happened in Vietnam before. It was the first time it was happening, and there was a lot of hype around it. So it seems like it was a good event, and also Chris Jericho showed up, so it must have been a sweet one. Only reason why Matt Hardy saying that he doesn't like the fans don't really care to see him anymore. You're right about that as well. Matt Hardy in AEW, I found him, honestly, I don't want to use the word repulsive, but I never liked Matt Hardy in AEW. From the stuff that he did with the Matt Hardy family office, the staircase, backstage interviews and whatnot, even with this time that he was with Jeff Hardy, I really did not like Matt Hardy in AEW. I do not like him even right now. I'm not sure if I should blame Hardy for it or should I blame AEW for it, but I do not enjoy Matt Hardy in AEW at all. I probably enjoy him a little bit more than the Young Bucks because Young Bucks are annoying as hell. But yeah, I can't. All right, we've got... What else do we have here? Drew was his mad at Seth Rollins last week on Raw. Yep, he's most likely going to turn up. Definitely. All right. Man. Don't want to take shots at anybody here, but Ringside News, always in the news. And the owner of Ringside News is known for a few things. You know, I know Ringside News has a repetition, unfortunately, when it comes to clickbaits, right? But sadly, I'm hearing this, I'm just reading this on Reddit right now, that the owner of Ringside News is in trouble again, which is sad. Yeah. Sad. Alright, anyways, let's see what else do we have over here. That's funny. I'm just looking at another poster here on Reddit. It says, vintage ad from 1988 Continental Wrestling's unique attempt to draw fans by offering them a chance to win a mink coat, which is very interesting. It says it took place in Knoxville, and you can see the poster here says that mink coat tournament, some lucky lady from the audience will win a mink coat, compliments of CW, Continental Wrestling, which is quite interesting. What a way to lure audiences to watch your shows, right? 15 matches, 1 first-round pairings, Dutch Mantell, Wendy Cooley. Hey, Dutch Mantell was there, that's cool. Steve Armstrong as well, some familiar names. Tom Pritchard. Nice. Tacy Smothers as well. That is sweet. And you get ringside tickets from $8. What a time. What a time. Alright, anyways, let's see what else do we have here. We're back for the commercial break, and Seth Rollins with a kick to the back of Jey Uso. Jey Uso in trouble. And let's see. We got James says, I think the best manager of all time, Jim Cornette. I like when he got on the girl at, what is that? Oh, sorry. A Daily Queen. I see, James. Now, Jim Cornette, some people either love him or some people absolutely despise him. There's no middle ground when it comes to Jim Cornette. Some absolutely love Cornette, love his podcast, love his hot takes. They love the language that he uses in his podcast. Some cannot stand the guy because of who he is and the stuff that he talks about. It's true. And here we are now. Seth Rollins grabs Jey Uso from behind, getting him up in the air. Uso grabs onto Rollins' hair here, so Rollins cannot lift him up, though. That's a very cool strategy on his part. And Rollins now with a series of big punches, blows to the back of Jey Uso, grabbing him from his hair. Uso in trouble. Rollins looking to lift him up, and Uso with a nice reversal on his feet over here, gets Rollins up and sends him back down hard to the mat. Rollins in trouble. Uso covers him and he kicks out. This is cool. This is cool. Alright. Good match so far. I wonder how much longer until Drew McIntyre interferes, though. Let's see. Does anybody here still watch GCW? Anyone? Let me know if you do, guys. One more time, running over to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins setting Jey Uso over the top rope, over to their apron here. Uso climbing to the top turnbuckle. Rollins with a big kick to the side of the head, and Uso has been knocked out, and he goes down to the apron here. Nice. Good thing that he was able to hold on here. Rollins also on the apron. Is he looking for a curb? Oh, okay. He might be looking for a pedigree on the apron, it seems. Rollins is setting Uso up for the pedigree. Pretty sure Uso's gonna get away, or is he not? Wait, yes, of course. He holds onto the ropes. He's not gonna let Rollins pedigree him on the edge of the ring, on the apron. And now he's got Rollins up on his shoulder. Rollins looking to slip away. Looks like we could be looking at a power bomb in the barricade. Yeah. Deja vu from SummerSlam of 27. Oh my goodness, Jey Uso was able to get away, and there we are. Elbow strike to Jey Uso. Uso out of nowhere with the DDT to Seth Rollins ringside. Rollins goes down hard. Jim Cornette is a walking, talking Wikipedia. It's true. Unfiltered Wikipedia. I've got to add that too as well. But that's a very cool comment, Gary. And Jim Cornette is great. Cornette is great, says Andy. Ricky says, me too, Andy. There you are. Okay, that's sweet. Sweet, much love, guys. Commercial break is upon us again. Yeah. Ricky has been super silent. True has been super silent. I'm pretty sure that you guys are not enjoying the show tonight. It's been a very average, moderate show, that's for certain. And WWE actually indeed has a brand new render for CM Punk. This is the one that they're using here. Sweet. I like that. Yeah, Roman hates the word. You know it, Ricky. Don't use it around him. That's nice. Yep, commercial break still going on. I'm looking at, social media. I'm looking at how the fans feel about the show tonight, and it's not so surprisingly, people are underwhelmed by tonight's show. Roman told Jimmy it does. I know, I remember that, Ricky. Roman does not like the word yeet at all. At all. And let's see, this is what I talk about all the time, right? This is so true, and more people should be talking about the commercial breaks that we get during the main event, especially the main events. Third commercial break of the match, WWE really wants us to be invested in this match. When you send us to a commercial break and when we start looking away, we lose interest, and then you want us to come back and get interested in the match when you're back from the commercial again. That's hard to do. It's hard to be invested in WWE's main event, especially on Raw, because they're full of commercials, and it's hard to stay focused after the commercial break. And thank you, my brother Andy. Thank you. You are awesome. Thank you for the love. I was supposed to be here for Survivor Series and stuff, but couldn't help it. But sorry for being away for the past week. But I'm glad to be back. Same last week, Raw was okay, but not good show. Yeah, I mean, last week's Raw was all about Punk, and then he came out and delivered quite an underwhelming, dare I say, promo. So I'm not surprised it wasn't a very good show. Very well received indeed. I got a job interview tomorrow at Westmore Oaks for dish. Okay, all right, Chris. Good luck, brother. Good luck. And doubly put CM Punk and Raw. CM Punk got 7 minutes. Dr. Crowd is not good. I know, Ricky. And also that promo was not well received by the fans, understandably. Yeah, my power went out during the weekend of Survivor Series, but then I had to travel, so traveling came in the way. Yeah. Anyways, here we are now. Let's see what else do we have going on. So, who wants to watch Deadline, guys? Let me know. Anybody wants to watch Deadline?
NXT Deadline Premium Live Event.
So who wants to watch Deadline? Let me know, guys. NXT Deadline. We haven't watched NXT in a while. I know Ricky mentioned that we should do Deadline show. Ricky says, why not? Andy, anybody else who wants to watch NXT Deadline? Let me know, guys. And here we are now. Jey Uso going after Seth Rollins. Elbow strikes being traded between each other. And Seth Rollins now one step ahead. Spinning elbow strike straight over to Jey Uso. Uso with a clothesline knocked out of the park, sent down to the ringside. And we see Deadline on Friday night, 8 Central on NBC. That's right, David. Welcome, David. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for that, my brother Ricky. And a flying Seth Rollins to the outside, taking out Jey Uso. And yeah, one more time, guys. We are left with about 10 minutes before the show's got to be over. 10 minutes to go. All right. Thank you for that, my brother Andy. Thank you for that, David. Oh, I see. Tony. David got confused with NBC. I see. I see, Ricky. I see you, David. Thank you. I was talking about NXT. You're right. You got it, Ricky. David always with the funny comments. And we've got Jey Uso now running around the ring. It's a rebounds after rebounds followed by, oh dear, double cross body between Jey Uso and Seth Rollins. Both the guys knocked out cold. Yeah, Tony, absolutely. You got that. You got that. Cool. This is all cool.
Seth Rollins defending against Jey Uso. Right hands trying to stump the champ. Rollins floundering a bit. Jey Uso's got that look in his eye. Jey's starting to have Rollins still on his feet.
The fans are yeeting along here with Jey Uso. Alright. Kick to the gut from Seth Rollins, kick to the chest, and a clothesline. Uso's down, Seth Rollins here dominating, which is cool. My cable company is encountering the NXT. Oh, I see Gary, I see, okay. Alright. Oh, big kick straight to the gut of Seth Rollins. Uso is feeling it, takes his tank top off. Oh, and a slap to the face. Oh, a big kick to the side of the head. Seth Rollins knocked out cold. Final few minutes of this match. Right now, Jey Uso dominating. Is Drew McIntyre gonna come out? Drew says, and it has anything good happened? I knew Drew wasn't watching. Hey, Drew, welcome back. It was an okay show, mediocre at the very best. Well, Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke Nakamura had a very interesting promo where Shinsuke said that Cody has awakened him, and now he wants to finish Cody Rhodes' story for Cody. He wants to finish the story that Cody started, and yeah, he wants to unburden him. So that was an interesting promo, I thought, between the two. You know, of course, that promo took place via satellite, so Shinsuke was in the back doing the pre-recorded promo as always with the subtitles, which was cool. And that was a cool part of the show. And then we had Creed Brothers actually taking on the Judgment Day, which was a good match. Creed Brothers won that match. And now we're looking at Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins for the title. So it's been a very mediocre show with some good parts. You know, the three I listed. So let's see. We've got Nikita Lyons is back. Yeah, Ricky, we were talking about it as well on Instagram, that Nikita Lyons is back indeed. Sky Blue is going to have a great promo by Tony Storm on Collision last... Oh, she had a great promo. I see Chris. We'll take a look. Speaking of return, you see Mercedes Moné coming out... Oh, definitely. I see Mercedes going to AEW. I don't see her coming back to the WWE at all. I definitely 100% see her going to AEW. It's only a matter of time before she shows up, but 100% I see Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné going to AEW, as she should. Going for the cover on Seth Rollins, Jey Uso with the attempt again, followed by a super kick to Uso. Uso no sells it, super kicks Rollins instead. Wow. Uso knocks Rollins out cold. Final 6 minutes of the show here. And a frog splash from the top rope for the cover on Rollins, and Rollins kicks out. Wow, the fans are definitely getting behind Uso here, as you can see. One spot for the man and first spot for the women for Survivor Series Challenge. Yep. Andy, I only have cable TV, says Gary. Okay, my brother Gary, that's okay. I'll see if we can stream the show on Discord. So even if you guys don't have access to Deadline, for example, you guys could be able to watch it on Discord. So I'll try to see if we can do that, Gary. Yeah. Scott versus Tony Storm at Dynamite for AEW Women's Championship this week on Dynamite. It's going to be a good match. Without a doubt, it's going to be a good one. Truth was a good friend of... I see. Really? I had no idea that was the case. That's crazy. I had no idea. Wow. I wonder how. I really wonder how. That's cool. And now, Jey Uso. The top turnbuckle, but Seth Rollins goes running over to Uso. It looks like he's going to go for the superplex on Jey, and he does it. Big superplex to Jey Uso, and he does it once again. Uso is down. Rollins is going for the cover and a kick out. Shida wants her move back. I know. That's right. The Falcon Arrow. And a pedigree. Wow, Jey Uso has kicked out of the pedigree. Believe it or not, Uso has kicked out of the pedigree, guys. That's crazy. That is nuts. He kicked out of the pedigree. That is something. Rollins is looking for the curb stomp now. Uso gets away, runs over to the rope. Spear! A spear from Jey. And it's a very close call, but Rollins kicks out. Jey Uso has the fans on the edge of their seat. It would be a shame if Drew McIntyre were to interfere, right? Everyone said Mercedes Moné is going to come back and help her friend Bayley at Mania. It would be nice, but I don't see it happening. Oh, but it would be nice. What about Naomi? Nobody's talking about Naomi, right? Of course, she's with Impact Wrestling right now. She seems to be enjoying there as well, so good for her. Lighter schedule, probably, is able to give more time to her family. So that's that. That's a win-win. Looks like Jey is looking to hit the big one on Seth Rollins again. Runs over to Rollins. Rollins with a kick to the chest. Slows down Jey Uso and gets him up on his shoulders. Looks like he's looking for the turnbuckle powerbomb here. And he does it. A turnbuckle powerbomb delivered to Jey Uso. Uso no-sells it. Instead hits Rollins with a spear. Rollins is down and out. Uso on the top turnbuckle. And there you are, going for the cover on Rollins. And Rollins kicks out again. What a match so far. Close calls after close calls after close calls. I thought that was going to be it. But Rollins is still in the game, guys. We're looking at the final few minutes of this match. Final few. We're looking at the final 2 or 3 minutes now. So, anything can happen, and interference can happen too. But it's been a sweet match with a lot of close calls. That's for certain. Pretty enjoyable. I almost for a second thought, okay, Jey is gonna win. It was very close. The way that he no-sold that pedigree was quite something. Jey Uso is shining as a solo performer, without a doubt. And now Seth Rollins. Jey won't kick out from the curb. So yeah, that's right. He will not. But is Seth Rollins going to hit him with the curb stomp, or is Drew McIntyre... Oh my god, a super kick to Rollins. Rollins still no-sells it. Pedigree out of nowhere, literally, to Jey Uso. And now, Andy, just like you said, Rollins also thinks so, and he's got to go for the curb stomp, it seems, on Jey Uso. Curb stomp delivered, cover, and it's over. Andy, you were right. He did not kick out of the curb stomp. Seth Rollins is still your champion. And it's very interesting that we had no interferences, which I like. It's better when we don't have interferences. We get full matches. It was a good match, guys. And I know that people are not happy about the number of commercials we got. But honestly, great match. And we should be happy that Seth Rollins is a fighting champion and he actually is ready to defend his title even on the weekly shows, right? Unlike Roman Reigns, who we know how that goes. But good to see Seth Rollins. Good match. Gotta say, great match here tonight between Rollins and Uso. Very enjoyable. They did a good job. Very cool. Very cool. I've got to say, thank you everybody for being here. I've got to say, I loved being here with all of you guys tonight. It was fantastic. I will be here Wednesday to watch Dynamite. Of course, we're going to be here Friday for a Tribute to the Troops SmackDown. And Saturday as well to watch Deadline. So it should be a good night. A good week ahead. I hope you, oh my goodness, before we are done with it, McIntyre actually comes in with a hoodie on, takes out Uso ringside. Rollins flies down to McIntyre, who grabs him, hits him with a belly-to-belly. McIntyre is leashing havoc right now. 6 out of 10 for the show, 10 for 10 for Watch Along. Thank you for that, my brother Gary. You are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky. You guys are so nice. Thank you. Thank you. It was a good show. I will probably give the show a 5.5, you know. You guys are more generous. I'll give it a 5.5. Also, special thanks to Victor, who was so kind and so nice and actually became our first member on the channel. So thank you, Victor. I really appreciate your love. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Tony. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for the love. I hope you all have a good night. I hope you all sleep well. And I'm going to be seeing you Wednesday for Dynamite. Drew has sent Jey Uso to sleep, and I hope that all of you also have a good night. Sleep well, take care. AEW Dynamite should be a banger of a show. After all, we're getting Sky Blue in action. Should be good. Thank you, Tony. 4 stars. I love that. Love that, Ricky. That's right. See you Wednesday and Friday and Saturday. Take care, my brothers. Have a good night. Take care. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, everybody. Sleep well. Drew, take care. If you are not already up to sleep. Andy, good night. Ricky, much love to all of you. Gary, Chris, James, all of you guys. Tony, sleep well. Take care. Have a good night. Much love. David, Ricky, all of you. Thank you so much. Have a good night, guys. Victor, Devlin, all of you watching. Andy, take care. Sleep well, Ricky. Bye-bye, Drew. Have a good night. Sleep well, and I will see you all Wednesday. Dynamite. Much love. Bye-bye. Peace out.